Welcome to another overtime every time workout training session. Marching to the mountain. And today we dedicated first and foremost for the youth, for the young of North American children youth, of the collective North American civilizational complex, and always for my anonymous sister friend for the empire, the Democratic Republic of North America right here, where the public workers are gonna do a little bit of digging, a little bit of renewal. We need a lot of renewal in the public infrastructure. And yours truly gonna go rock and roll overtime every time. And the youth are there playing some sports. I believe they're playing a little bit of soccer, so salute. I hear them having fun and joy. Always brings me joy to hear our youth having joy and having fun. So it's something that I like, physical activity, because I'm an Aspie, got that Asperger, so my obsessions are geopolitics 24/7, the study, the analysis as an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist, and independent fitness captain, independent athlete. I'm obsessed about sports 24/7. As I am wearing I like the different sports, and soccer, football, what's called in football in Europe, what we call soccer, of course. I really am just maybe the Germans, how their style of football, but besides that, it's mainly, of course, boxing. Dancing is my favorite sport, and of course, I do like a little bit gridiron North American football, and somebody's hugging out, give me hope with those hugs. That's good. Hug. HUG, play safely. Here we're gonna go to the mountain, and my children on that safe, having fun and laughing and loving. That's the anthem. But the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, that will be the anthem of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom. That's the anthem of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom. That's the anthem of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom. My children of the empire, joyous, having fun, safe and secure. So it's always bringing me some joy as I gonna proceed to the mountain. So because it's for them, and the children from the daycares. If we're gonna put on a uniform, Mr. Bill Blair, brother, citizen, minister, defense, national defense minister. I always say a new protocol would be, of course, before putting a uniform, we'll have to go change some diapers in the daycares, because we got that national defense coast to coast, and it starts in the daycares and it goes all the way to our senior citizens. All the workers of the past, salute, who built bridges and aqueducts and hydroelectric dams, Hydro-Quebec dams, always meditating, since 2020, when I died of COVID. And I'm being reborn now. I had it in 2020. I just discussed with a fellow citizen about COVID, and he also thinks he has it, but it was right at the beginning. We didn't really know what it was. When I had it was in February, March, and the pandemic was only declared in March, and then we had the name, and we didn't know what it was. But I had it. Just had the symptoms, and in many ways I thought I was gonna die. In many ways I did die. That's what I say. I died during COVID, and nothing that I want to go back to. And living for today with carpe diem for the future. And it's on the drill today to have love, life, and liberty got to be secured. My liberty, my security with my individual nature now, the individual nature in coupled to be in parallel with another individual nature, to be in parallel, to be in compromised, to be for security and service, because I'm in the public now, so I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligations, which I would have not had under the normal circumstances. If I would have stayed home, I would have had less duties and obligations. So now I'm going on to the mountain, working out, training, exercising, and see another citizen fellow working out and exercising. And it's always my medicine and therapy of choice. And I always like, when I work out, I always feel good. I get a little bit of sweat. When I get a little bit of sweat, I always feel good. I was a bit moody, maybe the weather, When it was weather like this, I got some scars, so they kind of itch, and I might have a fungus, as I went yesterday to the doctor, and I scratch where I shouldn't because I have conditions like I discussed before, but I'm not gonna address it now because there might be some people around, and there's of a private matter, but I've discussed it openly. I discuss a lot of things openly online, so I'm pretty much an open book in many things that I do know, especially geopolitics and my Asperger's and retrograde amnesia, and that's about it, and we all need a fresh start, I guess, sometimes. And yeah, I gotta make sure that I cross the street is safely. So I gotta turn my heads left and right, you know? I gotta make sure I cross the street left or right and go properly to the mountain, because I love going to the mountain, doing some volunteering there. And you know, I gotta say my gratitude because I am on these boots. So today is the 2nd of May, so I gotta say my gratitude. Paid my rent yesterday, paid my rent for my Dragon's Lair, paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food and coffee, got food, coffee. Oh, I gotta buy coffee. I ran out this morning, so I gotta buy coffee when I come back from the mountain. I gotta buy some coffee. So yeah, I ran out of coffee. So I hope I find something special on special, you know. That would be nice, something affordable. Half price would be nice with the price of coffee increasing, but I got tea, so if not, I'll just drink tea tomorrow tonight and tomorrow morning, whatever the case may be, until I get coffee on special. You know, I can live without. I hope I'm not addicted. I don't have drug habits. Maybe, who knows, maybe I got raw retrograde amnesia because of doing a lot of drugs and a lot of trauma when I was young. But the most past years, 7+ years, is the most important. Getting out of depression, and especially during COVID, hundreds of workout videos and losing more than 77 pounds, and you know, being here and encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. And super important here, we got a collective North American civilization. So my marches are always rock and roll, North Americans unite, because I was born in the USA twice in previous incarnations. In past lives, both times I've served in the United States Army, post 70-76 that way. So I salute my brothers and sisters also in the United States Army, you know, where I served twice. So it's NORAD, NATO, rock and roll 24/7 for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, and all involved in the distribution and the production of food and so many things I don't know. I really like the architecture of those buildings though. Kind of like how they're done, and I always want to learn more when they were built. I don't know exactly when they were built, but I know that I like them. So there's technical matters, of course. Technical matters. I gotta look my way to cross. Now it's red, so I gotta be patient with the red. So you know, we're here on today, and we're gonna go for tomorrow, and we have hope for tomorrow. When I see people hugging, working out, training, exercising out that Wall Street, you gotta kneel till 4 o'clock p.m. to make some money. If you make $1 million on the buying, selling future options puts, give 10%. 10% of $1 million is 100,000, and I am asking Celine Dion to sing for the public workers a little bit if you can, of course, with healing and health, and others as well, you know, artists, because it takes that public and that private dance. And when I say, of course, that I'm calling all to support the implementation of my trinity of theories, the CIT, Citizen Integration Theory, the DRT, Debt Refusion Theory, and the Democratic Fusion Theory, part of my ongoing dream, the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. That is my dream, manifesting as the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which is fundamentally a call for a public-private partnership across the collective North American civilizational complex, across the collective North American civilizational complex. Across the North American civilizational complex. Basically North America. Basically what I'm referring to is North America, right? Because we form a complex. And the children, the youth are happy, safe, I'm happy, safe, and I always like to work out, train, and exercise. And it is something that I do vigorously, and I hear the sirens of the firefighters. I gotta salute the firefighters, salute the firefighters. Always the butchers, always the bakers, always the nurses, always the doctors, always those, of course, in the production, distribution of food, you know. We gotta get it on the X and X on the Y, you know. So it's something which starts, I always say my fitness journey starts today now. And of course, we have to be mindful. Now, we cannot base everything, all our inter-civilizational societal relations on just force. There has to be, of course, understanding, love, and whatever it is, empowered with our individual nature to be secured with the collective. secured with a collective. Such as now respecting the pedestrian, you know, part of the pedestrian, walking on the right side, making sure I turn my head left and right before I cross the street, so I don't get hit by cars. And I added double prudence because you never know. What if the brakes malfunction? The brakes can potentially malfunction. The citizen driver might press the accelerator instead of the brake. Or of course something else, so that possibility might occur. So I got a responsibility. Now I'm in the public. If I would have stayed home in White Dragon's Lair, I would have not had the same responsibilities, duties, and obligations as I do now. See, I still turn my head left and right because you never know. So saluting our firefighters, ambulance drivers, first responders, butchers, bakers, nurses, and it's 24/7 rock and roll for the nurses, doctors, women's sports leagues, you know, and please give finance some women's sports, because women's hockey rocks and I love it, and women's basketball, and I would definitely give a little bit of charity, give a little bit, but I'm 10,500 in debt, 10,500, so 10,500 my debt, so I can't really contribute in such a manner, but nonetheless, it's something which of course I aspire to, and I do in my artistic, philosophical ways. My artistic, philosophical ways I do. Well, I could always do more, but yeah. I'm doing the best under the circumstances. I gotta turn my head left and right before I cross the street, just to make sure that I don't. Just to make sure, you know? Because you never know. As I admire now the buildings, I gotta give a shout out to construction workers, always on meditation, and how much brains, how much muscle it took to build the infrastructure of North America, how much brains and how much muscle it took to build the infrastructure of North America, how much brains and how much muscle it took to build the infrastructure of North America. Imagine the sewers, the canals to have potable drinking water. Civilization is a privilege. Civilization is a privilege, eh? Civilization is a privilege. So just gotta make sure that I turn my head there, left and right before I cross the street, even if there's a stop sign, you know. As I go, of course, to the mountain, and always on the J-O, wild, a little bit of joy, strength, you know, that 93. So encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. Again, have been and will call for a mass financing of citizens to work out, train, exercise. It really does me a lot of good, you know, and it has done me a lot of good, and it continues to do me a lot of good. And I gotta say, it's something which we gotta aspire to. We gotta encourage each other, and of course public hygiene as well, you know, public hygiene. I'm gonna just take a different tour because I like to switch it up a bit, you know. Sometimes you just gotta change a little bit of dialogue and a little bit of that routes, you know, because there's so many ways to go to the top of the mountain. I mean, there's so many. I call them snakes. I love snakes, by the way, but of course I call the routes, and of course the trails and the routes. I like them to call them like the pedestrian street. I like to call them like routes and snakes, especially those on the mountain. And you know, we gotta get it on here, and we gotta get it on the X and on the Y, and it's always constant things which we have, you know, part of our subconscious. Sometimes we're moved by subconscious fears, subconscious lusts, subconscious past trauma, you know. It's always things which we also have aware. Myself as an individual, part of a collective. It's an individual part of a collective, as an individual part of a collective, right? So I'm part of a collective, the Collective North American Civilizational Complex. I live a simple, austere, severe life. I just want to build 3 buildings in my life. One, you know, the House of the Dragon. Simple, austere, pyramid, red scarlet. And the Forgotten Goddess Temple, and was the Rainbow People's House. For LGBTQ, being LGBTQ, part of the LGBTQ community, being pansexual. You know, it's something that we are, and you know, admiring. I kind of love this brick house here. And if I know somebody who deserves to own a house, it is greatest woman I know, which I call sister in many ways. You know, I consider family, anonymous friend, and give that power of attorney business. But I wish I could get somebody, anonymous friend, I would say, a house right here. And 7 houses deserves to be 7. The number after 6, following 6, coming after 6 is 7. So there's to be 7 times richer than got love for you, Oprah. I'm a Swiftie, Taylor Swift, and Beyonce, but no. None of my sisters deserves to be 7 times richer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that red cardinal. Wow, such a beauty. Oh, right there on the spot. Look at that. Look at that red cardinal. Wow, look. Look at that, man. Viens voir le cardinal rouge. Check ça. Hey, it's nice, eh? Regarde. Il est direct là. Vous le voyez? Et qui est beau, man. Il est très beau. Ma couleur préférée. Lâchez pas. Continuez. 7 autres kilomètres. Ciao. Hey, they got it on the red cardinal, and we got it on the XYZ, and I encourage them to work out, train, exercise, and we gotta get it for the Y. So I told them, of course, about the red cardinal, and the red cardinal, of course, is right there. And I always liked that red cardinal. Red's my favorite color, and he was in that red, you know. So gotta get it on that X. I traverse street, and I'm always amazed at the beauty of nature, and I see my fellow citizens, 2 of them out of 4, maybe Dragon Army, they're wearing that. I love that they're doing exercising, and it's good for them, and I always feel joyous. When I exercise, I always feel good. It is my medicine and therapy of choice, and I see them exercising, you know. I see them exercising, and we gotta get it on the X, on the Y, you know. So here we are. And I always love for them to share. If I see a red cardinal like I just did, and I call now, anybody want to finance, I go up and down these stairs 300 times on the right, 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 300 times on the right side, stay on the right, on the right side, on the right side, on the right side. Woo! That felt good. On the right side, we made it up, and we're gonna go, of course, by the side here. We're gonna go drill it. But anyways, I'm willing to go up and down that road, those stairs, 300 times. And I see somebody putting that Quebec Canadian flag. You know, put the US, Mexico with it. That's how I roll. Mexico, US, Canada, North Americans unite, you know, because I believe in reincarnations, and I was born a few times right on the island here. It's a big island, big metropolis island, and now we're going on the mountain. Now we are already on the mountain, the West Mount Peak. So Mount Royal has 3 mountains, and the mountain system has 3 peaks: Mount Royal proper, West Mount, and Outremont. That's what it is. So now I'm on the West Mount side. Now on the other side is Outremont. So it's right at the center, in the heart, but not exactly center in terms of north-south, but in terms of east-west. It's right in the center. Some part of it is a bit east, a bit west, and mostly in the center. But south, because now my camera is pointing south, and that's north. So we gotta go east and west. So we gotta go east and west. So here we are. Look at that beauty, beauty, beauty. And we got those public workers doing a lot of work there. So it's always good to see them active. And we need to get the public-private partnership. And you know, they're gonna dig the wells and they're gonna dig the aqueduct. So it's always good. And they're gonna do a lot of drilling. You know, they gotta do a lot of drilling inside, a lot of aqueducts. So I'm always, of course, excited about the drilling and the work that they do. You know, the drilling that they do. It's always a little XYZ, a little XYZ, a little XYZ. So it's always something which we gotta consider, I kind of love that figurine there, but it needs a little color. You know me, I love colors, and these yellow flowers. I got a thing for yellow flowers. It brings me, I just love LOV. I love yellow flowers, you know. So that's LOV, man. That's LOV. LOV, man. So we got a lot of loving, a lot of work to be done, maybe I should go by that side. Let's see, is it accessible? If I go by if I cross, here I gotta cross, and they have a stop sign, so they will have to stop, and I can go turn my head left and right and go on Ramsey and Saint Sulpice. And again, if I know somebody who deserves to live right in one of these houses here, Ramsey, Ramezay is my anonymous sister friend, deserves to live right in one of these houses here, and we could split half, you know. Me on one side, or on the other side, whatever the case may be. Anyways, we're gonna drill it, and we're gonna go all the way up, and we're gonna go to get it on the drill for the turning all the way to the mountain. We're gonna build it up and gonna see it on the go. Okay, that's close, so you have to go around about like this. I like this though. It's kind of nice fortifications. I wonder when they were built like this. When they were built like this. Oh yeah, that would be how. I saw a dragon there, saw a dragon there, so I said maybe a house with a dragon, and for my anonymous sister, I don't know, some whatever, and she wills XYZ. Anyways, grateful, thankful, rent paid, electricity bills paid. Today marching for the youth, first and foremost. Not only, first and foremost. Always for my allies and armies, pledge your allegiance, legions. Thou art family always. For my allies and armies, pledge your allegiance, legions always. For my allies and armies, and pledge your allegiance, legions, and always for my allies and armies, and pledge your allegiance, legions. That's about it. Rock and roll, and I mean to put in the middle in both buildings. We need to build more dams. Hydro-Quebec, go Hydro-Quebec, and we need to build more dams. Infrastructure renewal. We got a lot of work now, rebirthing during COVID, and sometimes finish journey. It's gotta stay today, you know. So I had a few jobs which I really liked during COVID, and we gotta get it for that blue. You know. So XYZ. XYZ. So, you know, Rainbow Dragon Rock and Roll. Then about the moving companies, and you know, I'm grateful where I live now. Better than I used to live, and I just remember leaving a moldy place and got a lot of rehabilitation, you know, I did during the past years, and it's every day. My fitness journey starts today, you know. That's what I always say. Sometimes we need to admit certain things, and we need to channel the aggression. Brothers and sisters, we need to channel the aggression. 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 I have aggression. I have aggression. I have aggression. You know, I have aggression myself, but I channel it. I sublimate it towards exercising to harm no other citizen. Aggression, force, strength has to be channeled and directed. Push-ups and hugs, 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 you know. So that's what we do, man. We get it on that drill. Rainbow Dragon. Got it on that rock and roll, got it on that rock and roll. So I gotta go on the drill, man, you know. I gotta be mindful of the privilege of civilization and of our own shortcomings myself. There's so many things I am mediocre. There's so many things I am average. Yes, I am average, mediocre, so-so at some things. While I am also great, super, and excellent, there's some other things. Geopolitics, that's as an Aspie, you know, if you're like me, you know that Aspies, people with Asperger's, we have we're neurologically divergent. We're neurologically divergent. So being neurologically divergent, I have obsessive interests, and my main interest is geopolitics. I'm an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist, and it's geopolitics 24/7, and also sports, fitness. Dancing is my favorite sport, coupled of course with sports, fitness 24/7, and of course geopolitics, dancing is being my favorite sport, and of course the study of civilizational study. Look at that. You can see part of the downtown core area. I'm still hoping for a little bit of sun when I get back. Just a little bit on this great day, although we need the rain. Got that spring coming needs to fertilize the black fertile earth with the black fertile earth, and the black fertile earth is going to be penetrated, of course, by the rain, and of course not only penetrated by the rain, but it's going to be, of course, good for the for the sunshine, the sun shines, you know. So we got to get it on the X, set again on the Y and the Z. So that's how we do, you know. So we drill it, and we begin our fitness journey. We start being on the go now. So it's always something which we have the propensity, and sometimes which I have been and will call for the mass financing across the North American Civilizational Collective. Rainbow Dragon, gonna do some of those dragon drills, and you know, tiny hands, tiny feet. Tiny hands, tiny feet. Tiny hands, tiny feet. I got tiny hands, tiny feet, and a tiny, call it a clit dick. 2 in 1, you get that 50-50 androgynous, eh? With yours truly, you get that 50-50 androgynous, you get that 50-50 androgynous. And I'm a pro-labor and love universal revolutionary centrist. But my centrism is North American centric, because as a Aspie philosopher, I am a philosopher of North America. Fundamentally, I'm a North American, you know. I do not personally consider myself a member of a diaspora. Personally, I do not consider myself a member of a diaspora, although I am a universal, open, international, universal-hearted. But pretty much as I studied, with one foot in the streets, one foot in the libraries, one foot in the streets, as much as I studied, learned in libraries, pretty much Montreal, the island of Montreal, is all I know. Now in a parallel life, I'm an Aspie, got Asperger's also, but there my obsession is science. So there I'm a scientist where I design, build super satellites, connected satellites with supercomputers, centers of microchips, and everything about science and technology 24/7 in that parallel life, if you will. So, and we need to get We need to get more satellites, and we need to build more centers of security. Citizen integration theory is what I'm referring to. My CIT theory is, of course, we're North American, we gotta unite, and we gotta build more centers for service and security, and for volunteering, and for internet connected, and of course public security, part of my ongoing citizen integration. CIT, citizen integration theory. The citizen integration theory, the CIT, citizen integration theory. You can see part of the mountain here at the base of the mountain, and of course look at that. That's the greatest city in the world. You see a little bit of downtown there, and I always love to see it. I always love to see it. And it's 2.5 million people, eh? 2.5 million people, 2.5 million people just on the island. Just on the island of Montreal. See, now I'm crossing. It's my turn to cross, my turn to cross. I just wanna cross. I just wanna cross and drop something over there and drop something over there. And we're gonna get it for that drill, we're gonna get it for that drill, and we're gonna get it on the waiting for the disposal, the garbage disposal. I guess it's our, of course, our brothers and sisters, of course, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So we're gonna go on the X and on the Z and on the Y. And we're gonna drop it right here. Right here. And then we got 22 seconds, so we can actually turn back. See? And actually turn back. We can actually turn back. 6 seconds. We're gonna go right like this. Like this. See? Here it is. Mountain. Please do not pollute if you come here. We're gonna go here right this. Like this, like that. And we're gonna go on the train. On the planes, on the train. Who wants to go up and down 300 times, 300 times? $300, 300 times. I go up and down 300 times. Up and down 300 times. 300 times. Up and down. I go up and down. That felt good. That felt really good. Now the first things first. HYDRAT, we're gonna head to drink that water, but let's see what time it is. It's time for discussing the DRT, the debt refusion theory, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna say my gratitude, and I'm gonna discuss it, and I'm gonna say, of course, the debt refusion theory. The D for D, debt, R, refusion theory. The DRT, the debt refusion theory. What is it? Is, of course, the D, the R, the T, the debt refusion theory for the creation of the UE. So my brothers and sisters, as I go now in the forest, again, if you come here, please do not pollute. Do not pollute. Put it in the garbage if it goes in the garbage. And we got flora, we got fauna, we got rabbits. We got rabbits, we got groundhogs, we got hawks. We got rabbits, we got hogs. We got, of course, groundhogs, and we got a lot of different species of birds. And of course, we also got squirrels, along with rabbits, and along with groundhogs, you know. So it is now the time for the DRT, the debt refusion theory. The DRT, the debt refusion theory. Here it is, the debt refusion theory. And we're gonna have to commence by discussing it, what it is. But I first want to say, of course, that, brothers and sisters, where we are now financially, there's no other way but the implementation of the DRT, of the debt refusion theory, of course, which of course keep in mind that my DRT also includes the financial theory known as monetary integration. And monetary integration is exactly what they did in the European Union. In the European Union, the Germans got rid of the Deutschmark, the Italians got rid of the lira, the French got rid of the franc, and they adopted a common currency. So my DRT theory contains in it the debt refusion theory, the DRT, the debt refusion theory. So here it is. So the debt refusion theory, the DRT, debt refusion theory, the debt refusion theory for the creation of the UE. And keep in mind again that my DRT contains monetary integration theory, which is a financial theory which was done in the European Union, just like, of course, other theories have been implemented. The monetary integration is the euro, the creation of the euro, and of course the Europeans created a European central bank. The Europeans created a European central bank. They had to create a European central bank. From all the central banks, they created a major, big one. We're going to do the same. But here in North America, it could be transatlantic. If they will. But keep in mind, I'm speaking first and foremost as a North American, Canadian, Quebecer. Most of my experience has been lived, of course, here right on the island, and in past lives, many incarnations. And I don't really know anybody anywhere else, really. So, but from past incarnations and lives, yeah, from ancient Egypt, ancient Babylon, ancient Sumeria, till today. Today's all we got is today, you know, and we would hope for tomorrow good hugging. Today, prescription, some push-ups, some good hugs. Oh yeah, we're gonna go towards that bird. It's calling me to go north a bit, north. And now the DRT theory. So the debt refusion theory, like I said, includes monetary integration theory. I gotta be careful because it's a bit muddy. I do not recommend you taking these routes. Stay on the main route because here the snakes. I love snakes and spiders and hawks and lions. But anyways, because after it rains, if you're not familiar with the terrain, if you come for the first time, I advise you to proceed cautiously and stay on the main road. Anyways, here it is. Here is the reason, the motive why I say that my DRT theory is the only solution. So the DRT theory, the debt refusion theory for the creation of the UE. So here it is. So I'm going to show you now the amount of debt servicing, in other words, the paying the interest on the debt, how much interest we pay on the debt. So in 2021, we paid 20.3 billion. 20.3 billion, right? That's what we paid. The amount of interest, right? Faites attention, si vous allez par là, ça glisse. It's very slippery if you go that way. Merci. Ça fait plaisir. And gotta let them know, because they don't know the mountain. You know, you got mountain and you got muddy. So my fellow citizens here, you know, my fellow citizens here coming to the mountain, I gotta look out for their backs. And you know, we got the propensity, but so I just let them know, because I almost slipped when I came up. So it's a muddy area, so I just advised them, because I know the mountain. I do a citizen action, good Samaritan. Sometimes we gotta keep it old school, a little bit of old school with a new school, you know, a little bit of old school rock and roll, a little bit of sunlight, some push-ups. That's as old school as you can get, push-ups. So 2020, 2021, we paid 20.3 billion. 20.3 billion, just the servicing of the debt. So this is just the interest. Just the interest. Just the, this is steep. I gotta get a little bit of bouncy. Yeah, I made it. I made it. That was steep. Anyways, so here we are. This is how much we paid in interest, debt servicing. This is just the debt servicing, in other words, paying the interest on the debt. 20.3 billion. A billion is 1,000, has 9 zeros, is a million, has 9 zeros. 9 zeros. A billion is 1,000 million, right? A billion is 1,000 million. A billion is 1,000 million. So in 2020, 2021, we paid 20.3 billion In 2023, 2024, it more than doubled to 46.5, because double would have been 20.3 times 3 would have been 40.6. So now it's 46.5 billion. This number, the paying of the interest, just 3 years later, this year, is 46.5 billion. A billion is 1,000 million. A billion has 9 zeros. This is taking this picture on the 22nd of November. This is from the CBC. This is the official Bank of Canada. This is official numbers from the Bank of Canada. So these are official numbers from the Bank of Canada, right? So you can check that out. So it's not sustainable. Of course, we had COVID, unprecedented situation with COVID, where measures had to be implemented. Financial measures, yes, but it's of course the financial measures. And of course, we had the programs to finance in the public with financing the citizens to be able to pay rent, pay food, all the attributions of the necessities. So that's why so much. So now, and this is also for the US as well, and pretty much from what I know, Mexico as well, and many other countries, but I'm speaking from a North American perspective. So this is the DRT. We're gonna take all the private and the public debt, my debt as a private citizen, 10,500, your debt coast to coast, add it all up, the public and the private debt is going to be a big trillions of millions of dollars in numbers. And since the United States dollar still is the currency of choice, United States dollar still is the #1 in global finance, international business, and global commerce. And Mexican peso still is, of course, valid in North America, the peso. So we're going to add all the public and the private debt. The Canadian public-private debt, we're going to convert it to US dollars. We're going to add it all together. The Mexican peso, we're going to add it all together. Mexican peso, we're going to add it all together. And of course, the Mexican Haitian gourd. So all that number in US dollar will be the initial money supply, the initial money supply, right? All that number will be the initial money supply. All that number will be the initial money supply, the initial money supply, the initial money supply. So it's going to be in the trillions, and we're going to create a new currency and a new central bank. We're going to issue a new currency just like they did in Europe. We're going to call it the U dot universal, E dot exchange, U dot universal exchange based on the US dollar. And all that money will be the initial money supply. We're going to set an interest rate level of 10% maximum interest thereafter. It could be 9.3, 7.77, 3.33, 1.56, whatever the number is. It could be, of course, 7.70. Could be 1.56, 3.33, 7.77, whatever the number is. So all that number gonna be an initial money supply, So all that number gonna finance this new bank, set the interest rate level at 10%, freeze all the prices, price the goods, price the bacon, price the butter, price of milk, freeze all the prices of goods, and set an interest rate. We're gonna get rid of inflation. We're gonna be done with inflation. And I see that it's getting a bit on the rainy side. So yeah, if it starts to rain, this is my work tool. So I gotta get going to get that shelter there. We're gonna work out over there. That's okay. We can be sheltered because I feel some drops. So it looks like rain, so it's okay. We're gonna go work out there. So anyways, the DRT once again. So we're gonna take all the public and the private debt. So my debt, your debt, our debt of all North Americans, converted all the public and the private debt to US dollars. All that number will be the initial money supply for this new North American Central Financial Institution to issue a new currency called the UE, U dot universal, E dot exchange unit, the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, which will be equal to the United States dollars. I do want to hydrate, so I don't want to go. Do I have time? It's going to start raining, but I want to hydrate a little bit. I want to hydrate a little bit. I want to hydrate a little bit. You know? So I'm going to go hydrate. So anyways, take all the public and the private debt, and of course get it on the debt, and we're going to get it on the drill. And Gonna wait for my fellow citizen to traverse here, turn my head left to right, and we're gonna go, of course, all the way to get it for the drill, you know. So anyways, get that DRT, and we're gonna get it for the X, for the Y, for the Z. And here we are. Yeah, here we are for that DRT, the only solution. Take all private and public debt. All the public and the private debt. All the public and the private debt. All the public and the private debt. Convert it to US dollars. Create the UE, Universal Exchange Unit, set an interest rate level of 10%. And that is the DRT. So that is the DRT. I'm going to recap it again. So it's really simple. Although as an Asperger, I tend to be overly verbose and utilize overly sophisticated words, which sometimes are adequate in such a manner, but sometimes their propensity is to be too much philosophical, intellectual jargon, which is perhaps not necessary in this certain conditions. So once again, take all the public and the private debt, Canada, United States, Mexico. That money converted to the US dollars. The US public and private debt will stay the same. We'll add it all together, but we'll convert all the public and the private debt of Canada and Mexico. We're going to convert it together. So all that debt, we're going to convert it together, and we're going to create a new central bank, and that's where we are. And we are going to set an interest rate level, and we're going to freeze the prices of butter, prices of bacon, the prices of goods. And with all that money, we're going to finance, because it's going to be enormous money, we're going to be able to finance mass reconstruction, new highways, new housing, new bridges, new tunnels, more electric, more Hydro-Quebec dams, rebuild a lot of infrastructure, finance citizens to work out, train, exercise. I see somebody hugging, kissing, free to kiss, free to hug, and they give me hope when I see people doing that. Rather do that, work out, train, exercise, hug, and it's of course free to do so within certain limits. You're allowed to show affection, signs of affection, of course, to kiss, to hug, massages, kisses, and hugs are allowed here in La Belle Province, Canada, Montreal, in the free world, so I encourage that. So we're gonna get it on the X, and we're gonna go get hydrated, because I need to hydrate. Super thirsty. I'm that super thirsty. And we're gonna get it on the X and on the Y and on the Z and on the do. We like to philosophize, and my DRT theory, brothers and sisters, is the only solution. I say this with a clear consciousness, open heart, that there is no other solution but the DRT theory, the debt refusion theory for the creation of the UE. There's no solution but the DRT theory, the debt refusion theory for the creation of the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, So that's where we are now, today, on the 2nd of May. And of course, we got to do it on the X and on the Y. And with that money, we're going to be able to paint a lot of public parks. Look, I'm willing to volunteer to paint these benches here. They need some color. Let's go, Valley Plan. Sometimes, I've been impeded taking action by bureaucracy. I've been impeded to take action by bureaucracy. Sometimes I've been impeded and charged by bureaucracy. But hey, look, it's time to paint these benches. Paint some blue, white, red, rainbow preference, and even black and white on it. Whatever the case may be, but it's time. It's been more than 44 years, maybe. More than 44 years. So it's time for infrastructure renewal. It's time for the DRT. It's time for real change. And I believe these trinity of theories are the best at this point in time. Where we are now, today. There's no other way. Now you saw it more than doubled in 3 years, paying the public debt. So now we got to do the DRT, implement the DRT, also with the CIT, due to the geopolitical events which are unfolding. And I got to say, I predicted it. Back in 2019, I predicted the current geopolitical situation. So as flawed as I am in certain cases, as everything that I have and everything that I am, that rainbow, rock and roll 24/7 for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, thinking about them now, on the truckers on the road, all the transport, all the food security, all the trains, everything that's going on now 24/7, from Wall Street to the daycares to the senior citizens getting fed. I had the privileged to help with the eating of our citizens, to feed them and give them a little feeding by the mouth, and so you get a little bit of, wow, look at how many fishes are now here, black and red, like, see, fishes. No need, I don't need to fish, but they look like they're having a rest. But see, there's so many. And we're gonna go hydrate. So anyways, we're gonna check those fishes later, but nonetheless they are fishes, which of course are here, so we also need to not pollute there, not pollute. Just super thirsty. Merci, thank you. I thank the fellow citizens for keeping the place clean, because it's public, and appreciate it. So oh yeah. Oh, that was a good hydration. There's skates there. If you're familiar with hockey, there's the skates of Jean Béliveau skates there. If you like hockey, if you're in certain things like that. But anyway, so here we are, my second place, and Yaspi's. I've established myself kind of a routine. A pretty hardcore routine, I gotta say, because Aspies we tend to have those routines, and now I think that it's gonna start raining and I'm gonna have to jog all the way to the top. So I'm gonna switch a little bit in that French, but I have to jog because I could actually work here. Maybe I should work out there, but I never did a workout there. If it's raining, I could, unless I go up, and I don't know if it's open up there. Anyways, I'm just gonna go to where I know I could go, and oops. Of course, we gonna get on the lake and on the lake. Anyways, so we're gonna switch to that French and see, even those benches there need to be painted. See those there? See those there? See those there? See? Yeah. See those there? So much painting we gotta do. Adios, the goddess. Anyways, I'm gonna go roundabout and we're gonna explore. Look at those fishes. Look at those fishes. So many fishes in the sea. I'm the rainbow, I don't fish. I got a backpack full of food. Thank you for the donations. I got food, and here on the mountain I got this is my work tools, and we gotta work with what we're given sometimes, and sometimes, and gotta work with what we're given, and I got a work tool, and this is my laptop, which I'm doing this vlog, and I'm always happy to do vlogs. I will to have something, of course, different, but I like it. We're gonna get it for that X, so got a little bit of I'm hoping for a little bit of sun, but maybe not. Anyways, you see we got ducks there, some ducks. They're ducks. We got a lot of ducks and a lot of different species. Not just ducks, but we got, of course, trying to discern what was the species of bird. Because you hear a lot of birds chirping, a lot of birds singing. It could be, it could be a woodpecker, it could be different species of birds. You hear that? So since we have a lot of bird species here on the mountain, I think that's, in French is orignal, I think. I'm not sure. Could be a mono. Anyways, whatever it is, it sings good. Let's go! Ready to go up the hill! Battle for the youth. Today we march for the youth. Workout dedicated to the youth. The youth. The young. The butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, the firefighters. In the daycare workers. Feels good. Think we're gonna make it on time before it rains too much. Not to damage my work tool, because it's the work tool that I got, so I need to do more vlogs, marching vlogs with it, and blah 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 blah. Trying to work to sponsor GoPro, sponsor more films, more XYZ, and rock and roll, and open for business 24/7. We gotta get it on the X, and ooh yeah, that felt good. That felt good. And we drill. And we go up. Oh yeah, this is a hill. Wait, so I'm on the mountain, but it's a hill. Get ready, we're gonna switch to the French. Cause we in the Quebec, aka La Belle Province, yours truly, Adrian Hunter Dragon. Rebirthing us. Rainbow Dragon. And we gotta get that drill. We gotta get that X. We gotta get that Y. Yep. 4. X for Y for Z. Telemites. French. Get ready, gonna finish my gratitude. Grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, got food and coffee, and carpe diem it every day since I died of COVID. Right here on the mountain, on the steps. Saluting the butchers, always thinking about the butchers. Those making some sandwiches, baking, cooking, cleaning, building skyscrapers, building dams, and building whatever the case may be. Building all the sewers, the canals, the X and the Y and the Z, and the Y and the Z, and of course takes a little bit of Y and the Z for it, and we gotta go to the X and to the Y and to the Z, and to go on the go, and the butchers, the electricians, the plumbers, the welders, gotta get that W, man, for the welders, The nurses with it, takes that hard and that software, hardware, takes hardware, software, takes hardware, software. Hell no. Yeah. Gotta get it on the right, so. Stay on the right, gotta do that right. See, here's plantations. Plantations. On the right side. Plantations. So we gotta salute those doing the environmental work now. Those public services cleaning the North American cities. Picking up the garbage. It's compost day. So I gotta leave to get back in time to compost myself by 3. I gotta leave in time to compost. Gotta compost by 3. I gotta do that compost, man. You know, good for nature. Recycling. That's what we gotta do. We gotta get that drill. So, French. Pour le français, bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, la marche dans ce Rock&Roll de votre dragon arc-en-ciel, dédié à la jeunesse. Jeunesse, la jeunesse de l'Amérique du Nord. Et bien sûr, toujours pour ma soeur anonyme, meilleure femme que je connais. Et pour les infirmières, les agriculteurs, les camionneurs, les électriciens, les plombiers, tous ceux qui font le ménage, les services publics, qui changent les aqueducs du travail pour les nids de poules, puis bien sûr avec ça, ceux qui font le travail pour l'environnement, qui ramassent les poubelles, le compostage, et 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 les poubelles, et le compostage. Le compostage et la poubelle, puis que ça soit du compostage, puis les poubelles, puis bien sûr du recyclage. C'est trois services qu'on doit apprécier, qu'on doit bien sûr faire le compromis qu'on avait fait. Je disais la civilisation, c'est la civilisation, bien sûr, c'est un compromis, puis un privilège, puis il faut continuer à le faire ici avec la nature, puis bien sûr, je vais venir ici, je vais être à l'abri parce que va commencer à pleuvoir un peu, puis je ne veux pas endommager mon seul et unique outil de travail qui est cet ordinateur portable. Et bien ici, il faut faire attention aussi pour ne pas polluer, pour ne pas laisser bien sûr des choses, parce qu'il y a des lapins, puis il y a toutes sortes d'animaux ici, des lapins, des écureuils, puis des marmottes. Il y a des marmottes, puis des écureuils, fait qu'il faut faire attention. Anyways, je n'étais pas sûr s'il y a certains citoyens qui venaient ici, pensaient qu'ils allaient se placer peut-être, en train de jouer les jeunes, fait que je savais pas si je peux venir ici pour m'entraîner, mais il me semble que les citoyens ils ont décidé de pas venir puis pas s'installer 100% ici, fait que moi je vais continuer à faire l'entraînement ici, mais bien sûr je vais en tout premier faire ma gratitude, comme je l'ai fait toujours, et bien sûr super important de ramasser vos poubelles là, si vous venez ici, Québécois et Québécoises, déjà en marche. Ça fait quand même déjà un couple de temps que je suis moi-même en marche, bien sûr. On va voir combien. Et ça fait bien sûr un temps et plus qu'un temps que je suis à la marche moi-même, tu sais. Fait qu'il faut que je fasse un petit calcul, puis on va voir combien, mais avant ça, je veux encore dire encore une fois que cette marche, événement d'entraînement physique est dédiée bien sûr à la jeunesse, les jeunes, puis bien sûr de tous âges, mais premièrement, chaque fois que je dédie en premier, secteur de notre civilisation, notre collectif de Civilisation dans l'Américain, puis aujourd'hui c'est pour la jeunesse. Pour la jeunesse, pour les enfants. Et la jeunesse, les adolescents, les petits. De quelqu'un qui vient de naître aujourd'hui, le 2 mai. Mon loyer est payé, ma gratitude. J'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café et du thé, fait que je peux faire l'entraînement physique. Aujourd'hui, cette marche ici, avec la gratitude, ici avant que je procède, je vais juste un peu, et je vais commencer à enlever mon manteau parce qu'il commence à faire un peu froid, fait que je vais commencer à faire, pas besoin de faire me réchauffer pour l'entraînement, mais je vais juste enlever le sac, parce que là, je commence à avoir chaud, puis ça, c'est quand même un sac qui a quand même 44 livres, je pense à peu près, plus ou moins, mais c'est quand même un sac qui est sur moi-même, fait que je vais l'enlever maintenant et je vais faire mon entraînement physique. L'entraînement physique, c'est ma médecine et thérapie de choix, bien sûr, québécoise. Je vais juste vérifier combien de temps ça a pris pour que je me rende ici. C'est que, en faisant chatter, ok, et voilà, ça a pris exactement 2h33 minutes, 2h33 minutes, fait quoi? Ça va faire un bon entraînement, puis si on va être jusqu'à 3h, fait que ça va te faire un autre bon entraînement physique d'à peu près 1h30 ici sur la montagne. Quelqu'un porte du rouge, du beau rouge. Eh oui, c'est l'entraînement physique, ça a été, ça sera ma médecine et thérapie de choix, puis je vous encourage bien sûr à faire l'entraînement physique, c'est ma médecine et thérapie de choix, puis je continue à faire appel pour le financement des gens qui font l'entraînement physique par un partenariat public-privé pour faire partie de mon temps qu'ASPI, j'ai l'Asperger's, puis je suis un artiste athlète, double A parallèle à double A, artiste athlète, et ASPI avec rarara, amnésie rétrograde, puis un philosophe, puis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique, parce que vous savez, les Asperger's, on a des obsessions, des intérêts obsessifs, puis moi-même, la géopolitique 24/24 dans ma grotte, avec l'entraînement physique, le sport, c'est une autre de mes obsessions, j'adore le sport, puis ça c'est une casquette du soccer, mais le soccer, j'aime aussi, mais c'est vraiment l'équipe des Allemands, de l'Allemagne de sport que j'aime, bien sûr, le plus. Et bien sûr, que ça fasse la boxe que j'adore, la danse, la boxe que j'aime le plus. Et bien sûr, la boxe, la danse, puis l'entraînement physique général, comme le basketball, le hockey, puis le football américain, bien sûr, puis les Alouettes, puis le San Francisco, puis pour la CFL, puis la NFL, la Ligue nationale de football. Fait qu'ici, on va faire un couple d'entraînement physique. On va faire, bien sûr, de l'entraînement physique. Ça va bien, toi? On va faire de l'entraînement physique un peu.
Ah ouais?
Ouais.
Nice.
Ciao, je te vois tantôt. Et c'est un ami de la montagne ici, puis il vient souvent, puis il fait de l'entraînement physique aussi. Je pense qu'il travaille, je ne sais pas s'il est sur la job maintenant en ce moment, mais il fait de l'entraînement physique, et puis aussi que je le vois, mais je sais que moi, j'oublie son nom, parce que vous savez, je sais pas trop le nom des gens, des fois, je me souviens pas des noms, tu sais, c'est comme Patrick ou Martin, ou je m'en souviens pas. Mais je l'ai dit, c'est que j'ai l'Asperger, je suis neurodivergent, fait que il n'y a pas de problème là-dessus. Fait que anyways, faisant l'entraînement physique avec une méditation, toujours la gratitude, de les loyers, mon loyer est payé, ma facture d'électricité est payée. J'ai de la nourriture, du café, puis je suis ici pour bâtir, on va pouvoir bâtir le temple de la déesse oubliée avec la maison du dragon ici, puis on va pouvoir bâtir le temple avec le palais du peuple de l'arc-en-ciel. Les pompes, l'entraînement physique, bien sûr, ça fasse 24/24. Fait que on peut faire des étirements ici. Comme ça, fait toujours du bien à faire de l'entraînement physique. Et je vous encourage à faire, bien sûr, de l'entraînement physique. Ça a été, sera ma médecine et thérapie de choix. Et bien sûr, pour la belle province, quelque chose de plus, une chanson de Rock&Roll 24/24. T'as pas besoin de faire des étirements. Parce que j'ai déjà quand même transpiré un peu. Et bien sûr, après la gratitude, c'est les chansons rock'n'roll, puis un peu de comédie. Mais je veux discuter bien sûr la théorie de la refusion de la dette. La TRD pour la création de l'unité d'échange universel, l'unité d'échange universel. C'est quoi l'unité d'échange universel? C'est ma proposition pour la création d'une nouvelle monnaie en Amérique du Nord, comme qu'ils ont fait en Europe. En Europe, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait? Ils ont fait une création d'une nouvelle monnaie. Fait que je vous propose à faire pareil et semblable, mais parce que la seule solution en ce moment de la théorie, c'est pas juste une théorie, mais c'est une théorie qu'il faut soit l'implémentation, parce que où qu'on est rendu du point de vue, là, qu'on est rendu du point de vue avec la dette, regardez comment on paye de dette, là, regardez juste l'intérêt, ça c'est pas la dette, mais juste l'intérêt qu'on paye sur la dette. J'essaie le plus possible d'expliquer ça simplement, parce que vous savez, ma condition Asperger's, ça fait que des fois j'utilise des mots trop sophistiqués, trop intellectuels, qui n'ont pas vraiment pas de valeur exactement, mais qui sont pas peut-être trop fluents. Il y a trop d'expressions de ça, c'est un autre symptôme de l'Asperger's. Puis bien sûr, j'y travaille comme un autre symptôme de ne pas m'approcher trop proche des gens ou pas discuter trop de mes obsessions, là. Des choses comme ça, tu sais, c'est l'Asperger's. Anyway, c'est l'Asperger's, c'est une condition, puis j'ai pas de médicaments, c'est une condition neurologique, de développement neurologique, là. C'est juste, je suis neurodivergent, mais c'est pas vraiment une maladie, c'est une condition neurologique, c'est une neurodivergence. Neurodivergence, c'est neurodivergence. Et bien sûr, de ce point de vue-là, fait que regardez ça. Ici, on fait on va voir combien qu'on paye d'intérêt. Ça, c'est juste service l'intérêt de la dette. 2020-2021, on paye 20,3 milliards, 20,3 milliards, 20,3 milliards. 20,3 milliards, 1 milliard 109 millions. Et bien sûr, 3 ans plus tard, 2023, 2024, 2023, 2024, à cause de la COVID, bien sûr, il y a eu des mesures d'urgence financière pour financer les gens, pour avec la nourriture, puis avec le loyer, puis tous ces protocoles et programmes qui ont été d'urgence financière au vu de la COVID. Et ayant survécu la COVID, je l'ai eu en février 2020 déjà, plus que 4 ans. Je l'ai en février-mars. Et oui, j'ai survécu. Puis, rien que je veux retourner en arrière, je veux pour aujourd'hui carpe diem, puis avec l'espoir pour demain. Et regardez, c'est 20,3 milliards qu'on payait en 2020-2021. Maintenant, on paye 46,5 milliards. Mes frères et sœurs concitoyens, il n'y a pas de solution à ça. Il n'y a pas de solution à ça, il n'y a pas de solution. Que la théorie de la refusion de la dette que je vais vous expliquer maintenant. Regardez, ça c'est les chiffres officiels. J'ai pris cette photo-là en 2000. L'année passée, 2023, en novembre. Ça, c'est les chiffres officiels de la Banque canadienne. Ça a été publié par CBC. Donc, ça a plus que doublé de 20,3 milliards à 46,5. En 3 ans, à 46,5. De 20,3 milliards à 46,5. Ça a plus que doublé. C'est plus que le double. Plus que le double, plus que le double. En 3 ans. Ça, c'est des milliards qu'on paye en intérêt, qu'on paye en intérêt, qu'on paye en intérêt, qu'on paye en intérêt. Juste payer l'intérêt sur la dette. Ça, c'est pas toute la dette publique, c'est l'intérêt. L'intérêt, juste payer l'intérêt sur la dette, regardez ça. La théorie de la refusion de la dette, ça apporte une solution, puis ça fait que c'est sorti d'avoir été maudit par l'Asperger's, puis ayant comme obsession les études de civilisation, puis dans les civilisations, ça inclut les études, puis ça inclut bien sûr les civilisations anciennes, l'ancienne Égypte, l'ancienne civilisation romaine, pas roumaine, mais romaine, de l'ancien empire romain. Ben, même que ça tire, comme le français, ça tire du latin, puis l'italien aussi, puis le roumain, ben, Roumanie, ça dit comme la nouvelle Rome en latin, puis tout ça. Puis, mais tu sais, je fais référence à l'Empire romain, le royaume, la République romaine, la culture, civilisation romaine, puis aussi de Babylone, aussi, avaient tous des finances publiques. Et les finances publiques, c'est quand même, vous savez, pour les travaux publics, pour financer les travaux publics, puis des choses publiques, fait que comme les infrastructures et tous les aqueducs, et ça fait bien sûr comme les infrastructures et les aqueducs que ça fasse comme l'infrastructure qu'on a aujourd'hui. Puis bien sûr que je vous avise, bien sûr que, ayant étudié ces choses-là, je peux vous dire que la théorie de la refusion de la dette, c'est la seule et unique solution en ce moment, c'est la solution. Donc c'est quoi? On va prendre toute la dette. Et tenez compte, avant que je continue, que la TRD, ma théorie de la refusion de la dette, et bien sûr, ça inclut la théorie d'intégration monétaire. La théorie d'intégration monétaire, c'est exactement qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait en Europe. En Europe, bien sûr, ils ont fait une nouvelle banque centrale en créant l'euro. En créant l'euro. Ils ont pris une monnaie, ils ont fait une monnaie commune de plusieurs pays. Ils ont fait une monnaie commune qui se sont mis ensemble. Ils ont créé l'euro dans les années 89 ou quoi que ce soit. Et bien sûr, ils ont fait la création d'une nouvelle monnaie. Fait qu'on va faire semblable la création d'une monnaie. Tu arrêtez de pleuvoir, je pense. Un peu, peut-être. Anyways, on va créer une nouvelle monnaie. On va faire la création d'une nouvelle monnaie ensemble. On peut aller peut-être voir la ville, peut-être. On va faire ça. Mais anyways, fait que avant que je vous l'explique, bien sûr, on peut aller faire un petit retour, voir la ville. Mais même qu'on a vu, on est ici sur la montagne. Là. Anyways, fait que prendre toute la... Tenez compte encore une fois que la TRD, ma théorie de la refusion de la dette, ça inclut la théorie d'intégration monétaire. C'est exactement ce qu'ils ont fait en Europe. En Europe, bien sûr, ils sont mis ensemble, plusieurs pays, puis ils ont fait une intégration monétaire. Ils ont créé une nouvelle banque centrale. Fait qu'on va, ma théorie, ça inclut cette théorie-là, la théorie d'intégration monétaire. Fait qu'on va prendre toute la dette publique-privée, ma dette de 10 500 en tant que citoyen, votre dette, notre dette, ma dette du Canada de côte à côte, public ainsi que privé. On va faire ce numéro, ce chiffre-là, on va faire l'addition ensemble. On va faire ce numéro ensemble, et on va faire, bien sûr, ça va être des milliards. Et avec ce numéro-là, on va ramasser avec les États-Unis, parce que c'est du point de vue nord-américain, du collectif de Nord-Amérique, de l'Amérique du Nord, du point de vue nord-américain qu'on va faire cette implémentation. Canada, États-Unis, Mexique, et bien sûr, Haïti et les pays de l'Amérique du Nord. Et bien sûr, on va faire cet événement. Ça commence avec moi aujourd'hui. On va prendre toute la dette publique-privée. on va ramasser ensemble. Et vu que le dollar américain, la devise des États-Unis, c'est encore la devise de choix pour le commerce mondial, les finances internationales et bien sûr les finances internationales et globales et bien sûr le commerce mondial. Et bien sûr, c'est un commerce mondial international du point de vue des États-Unis, mais c'est la monnaie des États-Unis qui domine encore. Il y a eu beaucoup de changements, mais c'est encore la monnaie et devise de choix des États-Unis qui domine la situation financière dans le monde. Fait qu'on va prendre toute la dette publique privée, on va la ramasser ensemble, on va faire la conversion du dollar canadien au dollar des États-Unis, on va faire la conversion du peso mexicain, du peso mexicain en dollars des États-Unis, du Haïti, la gourde. Ce chiffre-là, ça va fonder une nouvelle banque qu'on va appeler la Banque de l'Amérique du Nord, et on va créer une nouvelle monnaie comme qu'on fait en Europe, mais avec toute la dette publique privée qui va être l'argent initial en circulation de cette nouvelle banque, l'argent en circulation initial de cette nouvelle banque, l'argent en circulation de cette nouvelle banque, ça va être l'unité d'échange universelle. Unité, échange universel. Unité, échange universel. Unité, échange universel. Unité, échange universel. Unité, unité, échange universel. L'unité d'échange universel, basée sur le dollar américain, on va mettre un taux d'intérêt de 10%. Ça peut être 7,70, 6,1, 3,33, 9,3. Ça peut être bien sûr 4,18, 3,33, 3,33, 3,33, 1,56, 1,56, 1,56. Ça peut être 7,18, 7%, en bas de 10 par principe. On va faire un gel de tous les biens. Le fromage, les patates et bien sûr le pain. Et on va finir avec l'inflation. Et avec tout cet argent-là, on va pouvoir financer l'infrastructure d'autres centrales de l'Hydro-Québec, financer les gens, bien sûr, à faire l'entraînement physique et fonder les deux institutions de partenariat public-privé, soit l'armée du Dragon, pour le service pour la sécurité et la défense, pour le service pour la sécurité et la défense, de service pour la sécurité et la défense, de service pour la sécurité et la défense, avec l'armée de la déesse qui danse, pour le nettoyage des rivières, pour l'environnement, pour le plaisir pour l'environnement, le nettoyage dans la montagne, parce qu'il y a bien du travail ici à faire aussi. C'est bien du travail juste ici en enfer, non? C'est tellement de travail ici qu'on a à faire. Regardez pour les finances ici. Bien sûr, on va pouvoir financer tout ça par l'implémentation de cette théorie, bien sûr qu'on va faire l'implémentation, puis bien sûr, ça fait la solution, c'est la seule solution pour l'Amérique du Nord, québécois et québécoise, et toutes les imperfections que j'ai, je fais appel à tous et toutes à soutenir. Je suis centriste, je suis philosophe, je suis arc-en-ciel, mais c'est la seule et unique solution. Il n'y en a pas d'autre en ce moment. La TRD, théorie de la refusion de la dette, ça c'est la théorie de la refusion de la dette, ça inclut la théorie d'intégration citoyenne, création d'une nouvelle monnaie, une standardisation des prix, finir avec l'inflation, ça va être une monnaie qu'on va appeler l'unité d'échange universelle biométrique, les yeux, la voix, puis bien sûr ça peut se garder comme avant, mais un partenariat public-privé fondamentalement, quand je dis, mais soutenez bien sûr le rêve de votre dragon arc-en-ciel, c'est fondamentalement un appel à un partenariat public que je fais appel, bien sûr, au soutien. C'est fondamentalement un appel à un partenariat public-privé que je fais appel. Et on va continuer à faire notre marche parce que là, je pense qu'il ne mouille pas. Fait qu'on va essayer de voir la ville un peu, puis on va essayer de s'hydrater un peu, parce que j'ai vraiment soif, parce que ça fait longtemps que je suis la marche. Donc, maintenant, on va continuer en anglais puis en français. We're going to continue in English and in French. Mais, bien sûr, mes chers Québécois et Québécoises, soutenez votre artiste, athlète, philosophe indépendant, qui a l'Asperger's, mais qui chante le plus, puis je danse le plus la danse. Et mon sport préféré, mais bien sûr, je vous encourage, bien sûr, tous et toutes, à faire de l'entraînement physique, bien sûr, à faire de l'entraînement physique, de l'entraînement physique, de l'entraînement physique, et bien sûr, de l'entraînement physique, de l'entraînement physique, de l'entraînement physique. Et on va mettre sur le dos, et voilà, on va mettre ici. On va mettre ici, on va faire ici, we're gonna go on the X. Oh yeah. Et on va se laisser les cheveux. We're gonna let it loose, and we're gonna go for that rock and roll workout as we go. And the push-ups, and we're gonna go drill it. Now we're gonna go for that X and for that Y. Oh yeah, feels good. On va chanter du rock-and-roll bilingue. Bilingual rock-and-roll session. Rainbow Dragon, dragon arc-en-ciel. S'il vous plaît, ne pas polluer si vous venez ici. Juste les mettre dans les vidanges, là. Just put it in the garbage, you know. Don't leave the trash here, you know. Just put it in the trash. Don't leave it here. Mettez ça dans les vidanges, s'il vous plaît, tu sais. Parce que c'est de préserver, c'est pour tout le monde. Puis c'est de faire le nettoyage, là. Fait que, juste ramasser ça ici, tu sais. Laissez pas des choses là-bas. Des poubelles, puis ça va dans les vidanges, ça va dans le compostage. Mais si ça va dans le compostage, si ça va dans le recyclage, comme ça ici, tu sais. Just put that in the garbage and don't throw stuff around here, you know. Just please, 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 you know. We got rabbits. That's why we got Public Works, you know. That's what we got. How you guys doing? That's what we got Public Works, you know. To keep it clean, keep it clean. We're in the public. It's our space, your space, my space, you know. Gotta keep it on the clean. I just got this up, you know. It's my space, and you know, I get dirty, but I get back clean. I get dirty, but I get back clean. And I get dirty, but I get back clean. Je me salis, mais je me nettoie ici, mais juste ici parce qu'on a la flore puis la faune, just because we got flora and fauna, you know. So that's the asking the question, and now I gotta go drill it down. You know, I'm back in the forest, and you know we gotta get it on that LOV, man. And gotta do a little bit of a oh yeah, that's a steep, you know. Steep, you know. I kind of changed my mind. Maybe I want to go a different route. I said I was gonna go a different route, but I'm just gonna go through the forest again because I don't like taking the main road that much. I like to go deep here, you know. J'aime ça. J'aime pas prendre trop la route trop profonde. You know, trop profonde. J'aime pas ça prendre toute la route trop profonde, you know, so. XYZ, you know, that's what it is, man, and XYZ, gotta be careful on the go. We got those rocks here, man. On a les roches ici. Just be careful because it's slippery after the rain, you know. Might slip if I gotta get a little bit of slide, man. I'm gonna go all the way down, man, you know. Just je vais glisser peut-être. Non, c'est pas. Non, parce que je connais le chemin. I know the trails, you know. So I kind of know how it goes. See? Ici, tu vois ici? Ici aussi. See how the racine, here's the, you see here? This is like a stairs, man. This is what's cool about this place. It looks like it's stairs, you know. Ça, c'est comme des escaliers, genre. Tu vois comment ça monte? Ah, yeah. That's my crow, man. Singing me some little for that crow. Gotta get it for the crow. For the crow. I don't know it if it's not about loving. I don't want nothing about it. I just sing it rock and roll. Freeway up and down we go. I just keep on going. For the farmers, for the butchers, for the youth, and for the youth, and for the farmers. Gotta look out for my fellow citizens who maybe don't know the terrain and see 3 people there. Maybe gotta be careful. I'll let people know because there's a danger there. Je laisse savoir les citoyens parce que je connais la montagne. Ça fait des années puis des années, c'est comme ma deuxième maison. Puis je l'ai connu dans une autre vie aussi. I know it from a past life as well. So here we are, man, working with a laptop. Yeah, Crow, I love you also. Crows knows my secrets. Knows that I like BDSM switch and got a tiny small, no need to spy me. Stais, they're gone. Musa. Russian secret services, Chinese secret services. I got maybe the tiniest clit dick in the world, maybe not. Sometimes it goes rocket, because in the parallel life, I build rockets and satellites and I'm a scientist. But sometimes, at least once a day I can say, but anyways, comme je dis tantôt, mais je dis le corbeau il connaît mes secrets, mais il connaît les vôtres, puis je dis parce que j'ai le plus petit, clitopénis, péniclitoris, 50-50, organes génitaux androgynes. des organes génitaux androgynes, puis ouais, des organes génitaux androgynes. Parce que dans une vie parallèle, je construis des satellites, des microchips, des micropuces, et puis des fusées. De temps en temps, ça se fait une fusée arc-en-ciel, mais rarement, c'est rare. Une fois par jour, des fois. Ouais, vous voulez pas entendre ça? Vous voulez entendre le rock'n'roll? You wanna see that rock'n'roll, hein? There are push-ups, there are hawks, there are squats, and there are bakers, and the butchers, and the lovers, and the youth with the hugging. Ils se donnent des bisous, des câlins, et des chatouilles. Black and white and rainbow. Noir et blanc et arc-en-ciel, black and white and rainbow. Noir et blanc et arc-en-ciel, black and white and rainbow. Noir et blanc et arc-en-ciel. I like it. For the X and for the Y's, I kiss it for the lovers. Je donne des bisous pour les amoureux. Qui fassent par la main qui se tiennent et qui dansent dans belle province. And to that, sing it for the melody. This is freestyle rock and roll, by the way. Ça, c'est du rock and roll en mode libre, ça. Finance for business, financier pour les finances, it's rock and roll 24/7 also, eh? Aspi rock and roll obsessed. Aspi qui est obsédé par le rock and roll aussi, mais parce que je suis artiste, I'm an artist, philosopher, un artiste philosophe, you know. Mother Nature is a greater artist than me, look at the birds. La mère nature, c'est une meilleure artiste que moi. I'm a piece of dust, blah 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 blah. And, gotta get the plantation zones here, man. Les zones de plantation. We gotta get it for the drill, man. You know, we always gotta get it for the drill, you know. So we gotta get it for the Y, and we gotta get it for the Z. So we gotta get it on the clock. It ain't all about the money. Money, what is money but to buy, sell, anyways, eh? So get that charity Wall Street, donner à la charité, à la bourse. Mais l'argent, c'est pas tout de l'argent qu'on l'argent, ça a un but. Acheter puis vendre, faut qu'on fasse, mais fondamentalement, avec la création de l'UI, ça a été une nouvelle ère pour le 21e siècle. Fundamentally, with the creation of the UI, is going to be a new era for the 21st century. That's why I'm asking my Scorpio brother Bill Gates, Bill Gates doesn't matter what astrological sign, but Scorpios, Taurus, and Sagittarius, and whatever else. It doesn't matter. Ça dérange pas, je dis, j'ai fait appel aussi à mon frère Scorpion, mais ça peut être Sagittaire, ça peut être tous les signes, les 12 ensemble, ça a tous des bonnes choses. All the 12 together, it has a good deal, you know, so it cycles, you know, it's like solar cycles, and we go through cycles with the sun, and the sun, of course, it's my Pope the King, the sun, mon pape, c'est le soleil, bien sûr, puis ça fasse, bien sûr, pour des questions pour la paix, and peace gotta come with a compromise, and peace gotta come with a compromise. La paix, ça doit être pas avec un compromis, you know, and I make compromises here, you know, I'm willing to make so many compromises, je peux faire des compromis, tu sais, tellement des compromis, mais, tu sais, avec la bonté aussi, tu sais, pas juste la force, with goodness and kindness, and it's not all about force, it's not all about strength. I can do a lot of compromises, and I do, you know. One is here between nature and civilization, and one is with somebody else, you know, living together and qu'on vit ensemble. So it's something which we got, man. You know, it's some things which we got. Do a marriage, man. North American marriage. Marriage for the Democratic Republican Empire. Mariage pour l'Amérique du Nord, pour l'Empire démocratique. La République démocratique. Anyways, happy if they're happy. For the youth, I see the youth, that's good. Je vois la jeunesse, c'est bon. Okay, the youth, happy, man, joyous. The youth are happy, I'm happy, man. La jeunesse étant. La jeunesse est. La jeunesse. La jeunesse, la jeunesse, ben, étant joyeuse, mais je suis joyeux. It's for the youth today, c'est pour la jeunesse aujourd'hui. And, you know, we made so many compromises in North America, linguistic, with my black brothers and sisters, you know. So we continue to have peace like that. On continue à avoir la paix, you know, avec nos frères et sœurs. Mais c'est compromis linguistique and, you know, that racial. And I believe in one human race, and I believe in the North American collective civilizational complex. J'y crois à la race humaine aussi pour la paix mondiale, mais je crois aussi pour le collectif de Civilisation non-américain parce qu'on est un collectif émergent nouveau. So, not divorced, but distinct from Western civilization. Pas tout à fait divorcé, mais distinct de la civilisation occidentale, de la civilisation occidentale, de la civilisation occidentale. So we're gonna get it on the drill and on the why, and gonna go hydrate. Gonna go hydrate. So XYZ, we gotta make a compromise, man. Centrism, public-private partnership, my universal revolutionary Republican Democratic Initiatives best. Mais initiative démocrate républicaine pour un partenariat public-privé meilleur pour le 21e siècle par vis-à-vis au partenariat public-privé que je fais appel à tous et toutes de soutenir. That's about it. Except I got more rock and roll 24/7. Que j'ai du rock and roll 24/24. Yeah. Gonna get it, man. Please don't pollute. Don't put that in the trash. You know? Mettez ça dans les vidanges, s'il vous plaît. Ne laissez pas ici. Ça pollue. We got public workers. On a les travailleurs publics. Ils s'en occupent. On a des vidanges. Il faut les mettre dans le recyclage. Les mettre pop. And that's it. And that's it. That's what we do, man. Yeah, man. Anyways, on s'en va voir de l'eau. See here, you can have some coffee. Il faut avoir du café ici. Recommended if you're so inclined. You can get a little bit of coffee solo. And we gotta get it for that drill. And super important to get on the covers, man. Sometimes I gotta just get covered up, not to get the rain on my laptop. You know, des fois je dois pas avoir de sur mon ordinateur portable parce que c'est mon outil de travail. It's my work though, eh? Gotta take care of it. So here we are. We're gonna get a little bit of that rock and roll. Ah, merci beaucoup. Thank you. Thanks. That's nice. Oh yeah, this is what I need. C'est ça que j'ai besoin ici de l'eau. pardon, sorry. Oof. Oh, that was some good hydration. Ça, c'est la bonne hydratation, ça. Hey, ready for the rock and roll. On the road up and let's go. On est prêt pour le rock and roll. Ici, on peut faire une bonne chanson. On the green for the bilingual. What a time it is, 1:49. I can't spend too much time. I gotta get it on the road. For the love and for the show. Pour l'amour et pour le show. Ah oui, deux, trois pas, let's go. For the love and for the show. You know that I do it cold. I gotta get it for the rock and roll. Hey, for the butchers and the farmers and the nurses and the doctors, we gotta sing it one more time with it. Il faut qu'on chante encore une fois pour les infirmières avec moi. Venez pour les montagnes, qu'on soit des abeilles, mais ça fasse de chez nous de la belle province, une autre chanson, puis faut que je chante sur la danse. Ah oui, Québécois puis Québécoises, pour les travailleurs qui dansent. C'est du bon rock and roll, mais ici c'est parce que c'est parfait pour chanter ici. Excusez-moi les gars, je vais pas vous déranger parce que j'aime ça chanter ici un peu. Après du son, ça vous dérange-tu? Ok. Qu'est-ce que t'en fais? On va chanter une bonne chanson, parce que tu sais, le son ici, t'entends comment le son passe. Et ça fait excellent pour l'enregistrement, quand je la fais. Je faisais une bonne chanson, mais je ne voulais pas vous déranger, je me le dis, si je vous dérange, puis je me sors dehors. Ciao! Et ah ouais, on va en faire une danse. Et va faire une danse, puis on fait pour que ça fasse avec le feu de chez nous, tu vas voir. We gotta sing it up and down. We gotta sing it up and down. For the French, you know, we put it. For the French and for the English. We're gonna do it on the rainbow. We're gonna do it for the let's go. We're gonna do it for the mountain, and sing it. Pour la montagne que ça fasse. And for really that's with it. Oh, if I bother you, just tell me. I'm gonna fly away like an eagle. If I bother you, just tell me. I'm gonna fly away like an eagle. If I fly away like an eagle. If I bother you, don't let me. If I bother you, just tell me. I'm gonna fly away like an eagle, and I'm believing compromise. Sometimes gotta get that 50-50. Workers in the public, on the roads, the truckers and the nurses and the doctors. Here, let's go for the rainbow, for the struggle, for the butchers and the bakers, for the public workers. Gotta change those aqueducts, de chez nous ici ça fasse. Avec une autre chanson, mais ouais, regarde les aigles, ça danse dans le ciel, et ça fasse le bordel, le rouge. En arc-en-ciel que j'aime, que ça bouge sans gêne. Ah oui, les mains dans les airs, que ça tape des doigts, puis des mains, puis des pieds. Hey. Oh, du vin que vous en buvez. Pas besoin de l'eau bénite, juste une bière, puis des canets en place. Ah, ma messe, c'est du rock'n'roll. Ah, ma messe, c'est du rock'n'roll. Quand je fais sans stress, quand je fais de la messe. C'est du rock'n'roll que je remplace la messe ben bénite avec une maudite. Elle s'appelle Céline, puis ma tante Ginette bouge les fesses jusqu'à tombe ses bébêtes. And it's getting that rock'n'roll for the X and for the Y, and that's that French, how we go it. And now I gotta go sing it for that rock'n'roll. We bling it, ding it, bling it. There we go, we got that good minutes. We got a good freestyle recording. I think that was some good songs. Je pense que c'était quand même des bonnes chansons. Puis c'est ça que ça chante, you know. It's a rock and roll 24/7, 24/7, you know. Fait que je pense qu'on a eu des bonnes chansons là-bas. Ça fasse bien sûr une autre chanson en mode libre, toujours 24/24, du rock and roll. Puis on va chanter un peu pour les travailleurs en construction. On the cranes, building with those lanes. On the cranes, building with those steel toes on the boots. Gotta salute. They be building up and down. For the sing, you know the sound. For the lovers, we got singing up together. For the bus drivers, we sing it. Hey, we're not gonna these flowers blossom, man. They look almost ready, see? I'm excited because this is a nice place here. So these flowers are gonna probably blossom within a week or two, maybe 3 weeks, and you know, yeah. Get a little bit of rock and roll 24/7. Here we are at the mountain. Mount Royal. On est rendu sur la montagne. Hey, saluting the bakers, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, firefighters. On salue les pompiers, les infirmières. À la danse, avec ça bouge, bien bouger. À la danse, avec ça fasse, avec chez nous. Bilingual transit. For the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors. We're gonna do it for the push-ups. Gonna see if we can take some pictures here. Here it is, the greatest city in the world. I love that skyscraper, that pyramid there. That's my favorite. And I'm excited to see the new buildings. I gotta salute, those construction workers. Imagine the risk they're taking to go all the way up there, man, on the cranes, eh? So construction workers, rock and roll for the construction workers, man. Mad respect. Always sing that rock and roll for them. Always thinking about them. The butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, and the grocery store clerks, and all what they're doing. It's something nice. And I do my rock and roll. I do my workout training, exercising, but everything that they're doing is also like super great. The construction workers, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, the grocery store clerks, all of course who are involved in the production, distribution of food, and the bridges. Hey, all the bridges built, man, all that work, the highways, and all the farmers, and the nurses, those in the daycares now changing some diapers. Changing some diapers, man. In the daycares, we gotta salute the firefighters. We love our firefighters. We love our firefighters. We love our firefighters. We love our butchers, bakers, nurses. On les aime, nos pompiers, nos infirmières, nos bouchers dans les boucheries, et tous ceux, bien sûr, qui font de l'entraînement physique. Et bien sûr que ça fasse de l'entraînement physique pour qu'ils fassent, qu'on les encourage. On les aime, les pompiers, les infirmières, les bouchers, les travailleurs en construction, et bien sûr tous ceux qui sont dans les camions maintenant, les camionneurs, on les aime, bien sûr, qui font de la défense maintenant, le service public, puis les pompiers, les pompiers. Firefighters! We love our firefighters and our butchers and our bakers and our nurses and our doctors. We love our youth. And we love our teachers. We love our bakers and the cooks. We love our bakers, gotta look. On les aime, les bouchers des boucheries, les infirmières des infirmeries, les enseignants, les camionneurs, puis ça fasse une chanson. On les aime, ben calvaire, puis ça fasse du nettoyage, les travailleurs publics. De sa face, que ça danse, pour l'amour, la way en danse, pour l'amour, la way en danse, pour l'amour, la comédie, a little bit of that comedy, you see. On the mountain, here we go, on the mountain, here we row. Let's go. We love our butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, firefighters. On les aime, les infirmières, les pompiers, les camionneurs. Sur la route, les infirmières, ceux qui ont bâti les centrales de l'Hydro-Québec. Those who build the Hydro-Québec dams. So I love to see the greatest city in the world, man. La meilleure ville au monde. Montreal. Hog Island. So we need to build more satellites. We're gonna build more satellites, satellite constellations. Big satellites to monitor 24/7 all the public. On va construire des satellites pour faire la monitorisation citoyenne des services de sécurité intégrés. With citizen integrated security, we're going to build public-private partnership, more satellites. We're going to build a constellation of 3,000 satellites to be able to monitor 24/7 all the complex of the North American civilizational complex, coast to coast, ocean to ocean. On va construire 3000 satellites avec le partenariat public-privé avec les Américains. Nos cousins les Américains, our cousins the Americans. We're gonna build 3,000 sats, 3000 satellites pour la monitorisation complète de la côte à côte. Complete monitorization, coast to coast. Yeah. Public security, citizen integration theory. Yeah. Bitches, we love God. Boy, we love boy. Big white digger. I don't know nothing but rock and roll. Build satellites. 3,000. Let's start with 300. Here we go! For the 3,000 satellites, spool the satellite. We're gonna go on the drill. Feels good. Ça fait du bien ça. Ouais, yes, for the satellites. We need that. We need it. I predicted geopolitically what's happening now. On a besoin, je l'ai prédit en 2019. We have to build sats. Constellation integrated with centers. 3,000 coast to coast, to monitor. Of course, to be citizen integrated, citizens can have centers and go to monitor all the farming, all the transportation, all the trucks, everything that's happening across North America. C'est vraiment un rêve. Puis, partenariat public-privé pour la théorie d'intégration citoyenne, de sécurité pour la théorie d'intégration citoyenne, puis bien sûr pour la théorie d'intégration citoyenne, pour le partenariat public-privé, pour le partenariat public-privé, puis On va devoir construire des centres où que les gens peuvent, les citoyens par volonté à travers l'Amérique du Nord, pour voir, puis qu'ils aillent dedans, puis qu'ils voient avec des caméras web qu'est-ce qui se passe, où sont les camions dans le public, tu sais. A mass public-private partnership with webcams and avec des caméras web, you know, so that my children can be safe in the streets and dance, and hygiene encouragement to workout training, etc. Ça, c'est pour l'encouragement des citoyens à faire de l'entraînement physique, 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 à faire de l'entraînement physique. Bien sûr, à faire de l'entraînement physique. Bien sûr, encourager les gens à nettoyage. Encourage citizens to clean, you know. Super important to clean. So North American Citizen Criminal Citizen Rehabilitation Act. Fait des criminels de réhabilitation criminelle. And that's what it is about, you know. So here we are, we're will to build the Forgotten Goddess Temple, the Forgotten Goddess Temple, the Forgotten Goddess Temple, le temple de la déesse oubliée, le temple de la déesse oubliée, avec la maison du dragon, with the Forgotten Goddess Temple, the house of the dragon here, with kisses, trillions of kisses I lay credit for the foundation of the empire, first empire of Democratic Republic to be founded by kisses. La première république démocratique, quand ça est fondé, avec des bisous, puis des chatouilles, avec des bisous, with those kisses and those licks. We're gonna go up in the lick. Here we go. House of the Dragon, pyramid. La maison du dragon vis-à-vis de la temple de la déesse oubliée pour des activités comme la danse, l'environnement. Et bien sûr, avec la danse et puis l'environnement, pour des célébrations de la pleine lune. Celebration, full moon, celebration, Forgotten Goddess Temple. That's what I want to build right here. House of the Dragon Pyramid. House of the Dragon Pyramid of scarlet, red, with the Forgotten Goddess Temple right here. The House of the Dragon, la maison du dragon ici. Forgotten Goddess Temple, 7 stories high, rainbow circle. À cet étage, le temple de la déesse oubliée, bien sûr. Ici, hey we, and we're gonna see if that rock's still there. A little bit of exercise. There we go, Forgotten Goddess Temple. Forgotten Goddess Temple, le temple de la déesse oubliée. Avec la maison du dragon, with the House of the Dragon. Face to face. Here we go. Avec le face à face. Maison du Dragon, Forgotten Goddess Temple. 7 stories high for activities, the Forgotten Goddess Temple for activities such as tarot reading, dream interpretation, all things of spirituality, and of course, full moon celebration, new moon celebrations, and tarot reading, astrology. Le temps de la déesse pour les activités comme l'interprétation des rêves, le tarot, l'interprétation des rêves, et le tarot, l'interprétation des rêves, et bien sûr le tarot, l'interprétation des rêves, puis bien sûr la nouvelle lune, la pleine lune, et de la danse, puis bien sûr des choses spirituelles, l'interprétation des rêves, et avec le tarot puis l'astrologie. Hey, that's it, that's all for House of the Dragon, and a third one, Rainbow People's Palace, et un troisième, le temple du dragon arc-en-ciel. Here we are, here we can cleanse, we got that fresh air, you know, on a bien sûr l'air qui est frais ici, fait qu'on peut se nettoyer, puis je vais juste faire un couple de pompe, je pense qu'on va aller par là-bas s'hydrater encore une troisième fois, puis après ça on va aller finir avec les pompes en bas pour qu'on soit prêt, parce que j'ai pas grand temps qui me reste. I don't have enough time that it's leaving me, you know, so I gotta go, you know, so because I gotta be back by latest 5 to get the compost out, so I gotta try to be there by earlier a bit,
So I have time to wash my feet. I already am on the hours a few. Je m'entraîne depuis longtemps, mais c'est parce que le compostage, faut que je sois de retour chez nous avant 5 heures pour le sortir, le compostage, tu sais. Fait que, il faut que je sois conscient de ça. Le time management is a problem for Aspies. Le time management is a problem for people with Asperger's. Pendant du temps, c'est un problème pour les Aspies. Hein. Pendant du temps, c'est un problème pour les Aspies. Pour les Aspies, hey. Et que ça fait du bien, and it's always on the good, and I love coming here. Here I can cleanse my lungs, you know, in nature. Deep breathing, exercising, des grosses respirations, puis profonde, really deep inhalations and des inhalations profondes, powerful inhalations. I can cleanse myself, nourrir moi-même, puis me nettoyer, parce que si je veux aider quelqu'un à faire le nettoyage, je dois me nettoyer moi-même. So first, if I want to help somebody else clean, well, first I gotta cleanse myself. So deep breathing, let's go inside the lungs. I'm not perfect, far from it. Je suis pas parfait, loin de là. Et bien sûr, fait que ça fasse, hey. Fait que c'est ça, that's what it is. So gotta get it on the heel, man. So I got it on the X and on the Y and on the Z. But that's what it is, you know. So, you know, this is how we do it. Right here, c'est ici qu'on fait ici maintenant. Ça commence maintenant. Mon entraînement physique aujourd'hui, toujours qu'est-ce que je me dis. Everything that I say, of course, my workout training program commences now today. So that's it. That's all rock and roll as we go, you know. So here we are in nature and civilization, always thinking about the farmers, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, in the daycares, the farmers, and the cooks. Hey, we gotta salute those cooks. Faut qu'on salue les chefs de cuisine aussi dans les cuisines à toutes les places, les boulangers dans les charcutiers, dans les charcuteries, puis les infirmières, ça prend de tout. Et moi, en tant qu'artiste, philosophe, athlète, as an artist, independent artist, philosopher, athlete, you know, financially struggling, it's financial struggle, but hey, that's it, that's all. So that's how we rock and roll. 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 So we gotta get it on the go. We gotta stay to the right side. And sometimes we struggle. And I've been depressed and suicidal. You know, I always say back that story. What got me out of being depressed and suicidal is in 2017 in August and September, I crossed Canada coast to coast. So I'm calling for North American public-private partnership for citizen wellness to finance citizens to, of course, see Canada, see North America, you know. So that got me out of depression. I was depressed, suicidal, also very Asperger's, and you know, I was chronic illness as well. So I traversed Canada coast to coast. 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 So once I traversed Canada coast to coast, first in August I went to Vancouver, British Columbia 2017. I came back to Montreal, went to Halifax. That was the greatest, best event in my life. The greatest event in my life. Well, from memory, because I got retrograde amnesia, so I don't know what I wrote in journals. But anyways, that event I said to myself, so many things to see, to do in Canada. I visit so many cities, write rock and roll songs, children's books, continue my work as an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist, philosopher, artist, 1/7 comedian, so we gotta get it on the go, so that's why we did it, you know, so that worked for me. That got me out of depression. Ça m'a sorti de la dépression. Comme je dis l'histoire en anglais, c'est qu'est-ce qui m'a fait moi-même quand j'étais en dépression puis suicidaire. Qu'est-ce qui m'a fait sortir de la dépression puis suicidaire, c'est quand j'ai traversé le Canada de côte à côte. J'ai traversé le Canada de côte à côte. J'étais allé bien sûr à Vancouver. Et bien sûr, avec Colombie-Britannique en 2017, en août. Après ça, je suis revenu, bien sûr, puis j'ai fait, bien sûr, ici, ou à Montréal, d'ici, je suis allé, bien sûr, à Halifax, en Nouvelle-Écosse, puis bien sûr, d'Halifax, c'est en Nouvelle-Écosse, fait que, en traversant de côte à côte, ça en fait dire en moi-même tellement de choses à faire, à écrire des chansons rock and roll, puis bien sûr à écrire des chansons, puis des compositions de poèmes, puis écrire des livres d'enfants, que j'en ai pas mal, mais pas publiés, mais puis continuer à
mon travail en tant qu'artiste, philosophe et analyste en géopolitique, analyste théoricien en géopolitique indépendant. Fait que c'est ça que j'ai fait, puis ça m'a fait sortir de la dépression, puis j'encourage les gens. Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est ça là-bas? C'est quoi cette affaire-là? Wow! Je sais pas. Je sais pas si ça se voit dans la caméra, mais je sais pas si ça paraît dans la caméra. Regarde. Je sais pas. Pour les travailleurs publics et pour les aqueducs. Service d'eau, direction de l'eau. Il faut les saluer, mais dire merci beaucoup pour le travail. Merci! Merci pour votre travail, le service d'eau potable.
Ouais.
Vous avez-tu besoin d'un petit bénévolat pour vous aider?
Oh, bon, normalement, ce qui arrive, là, le bénévolat, je pense que partout ils en ont besoin quand l'été arrive.
Oui, mon cher.
Je te souhaite une belle bonne journée.
Vous aussi, une petite chanson rock&roll. Merci pour votre service, on vous aime et on vous apprécie.
Yo, man!
En arc-en-ciel, ciao! Ciao, ciao! He was cute. I said, that's the service, l'eau potable, you know, l'eau potable. C'est l'eau potable. And we know here, Quebecers, we're kind of a people of comedians, you know, comedians. But he was, of course, there and he's doing the business and said, yo, man, like a thumbs up. And that was kind of funny. And he had long hair, so sang a little bit of rock and roll. But I'm Aspie, so, you know, social interaction, sometimes I'm working on it. J'ai d'Asperger's, fait que les interactions sociales, des fois, tu sais, il faut que je fasse attention. Faut que, des fois, je me ferme la gueule. Dites-moi, allez, ferme ta gueule un peu, écoute-moi, puis je vais vous écouter. Sometimes just let me know, say, shut up a little bit, Dragon, and I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen. It's just Asperger's, you know, but I'm working on it, you know. Asperger's, puis la comédie, so that's what it is, man, you know, so we got Asperger's. That's it, that's all. That's how we roll. Oh, please don't leave here, see? So, il faut que ça soit mis dans les poubelles puis dans le recyclage parce qu'imagine ça soit avalé par... Careful, it's very steep here, eh?
Oh, okay, thank you.
So you might, here is very muddy after rain. If you're never familiar with the terrain
Can
here...
we cross the road through the
canal? Oh, where do you want to go?
Yes, down the hill to the Thomas everything Mac.
Oh, yeah.
From here.
Uh-huh.
This is a road.
Oh, let me try to figure out where we
Maybe
are.
I can try another.
Where, do you know the name of the place you want to go?
I don't know. I just want to run around here.
Okay, did you want to go to Belvedere to see the city maybe?
Yeah, maybe I want to go to the St. Joseph Church. Do you
Oh,
know?
St. Joseph's Church. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know how to go there.
Go this way?
So you go this way, and then you keep on going right.
Right.
So
Okay.
you stay on straight up, and then you take the right side,
Mhm.
right side, and you're gonna see is that one. See
Okay.
is that building there?
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it. So you go down, and then once you cannot go, you turn right, and the first street after that, you turn left.
Okay. Okay. No, thank you.
So you want
Maybe I
to.
can follow the map.
Yeah, so basically it's kind of easy. You go straight, and until you turn right once you're down,
Okay, clear. Perfect. Thank you.
and then left,
Thank you.
right and left. Bye, have fun.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. So he is here visiting, jogging, my fellow citizen. You know, he's on the drill there, on the drill, and he's on the jog. So I always got to be mindful, of course, on citizens here who come, and I always direct them. But he seems to be well off on the here because it's muddy. So he seems to be able to have traversed it properly, but he's not. I never seen him on the mountain before, so I always let people know because it's very slippery. Eh? It's slippery. Parce que ça glisse. Fait que quand c'est comme ça, après la pluie, il vient de pleuvoir un matin, puis il a plu tantôt. Fait que je dis toujours parce qu'il a hésité, puis on a engagé la conversation. J'ai dit qu'il fasse attention quand il descend parce que, tu sais, c'est une place publique. Fait que moi, je connais la montagne, puis je l'ai dirigé vers l'oratoire Saint-Joseph, and that's where he
wanted to go. C'est là qu'il voulait y aller, fait que c'est là qu'il se dirige, fait que je l'ai dirigé là-bas depuis que c'est ça dans le fond, parce que c'est simple quand même, ça va tout droit, puis là il tourne à gauche, mais il faut que ça... Oh, j'ai-tu dit de sortir sur la rue, là? Parce que dans le fond, je voulais dire qu'il sorte ici. J'ai-tu dit? Did I tell him to get out here? Because that's what I meant. That's what I actually meant. Here to go down and then take a right? Parce que c'est à droite, j'ai dit à droite, mais je voulais pas m'assurer que ça... Ben, s'il va là-bas, loin, c'est quand même la droite aussi, mais il va se rallonger le chemin. He's got just have more to do. It doesn't really change, but it's simpler here. Anyways. So, I always love to interact with tourists, but I like to direct them to the Belvedere Chalet first and foremost, where I was. I'm just gonna stretch a bit. In China, man. China. Regardez ça. Wow. I have to tighten my belt. Always when I go there, my belt seems to... The buckle seems to unzip when I descend a little bit there. Notice a pattern. J'ai marqué une répétition quand je descends là-bas. Mais ça monte. Ça, il faut pas que ça soit, s'il vous plaît, ça là, il faut que ça soit mis dans... Mais là, c'est quand même humide. C'est plus de recycler, mais je vais le mettre dans la poubelle parce que c'est vraiment humide. Mais imaginez-vous, ça s'avale par une marmotte, par un lapin, tu sais, ça avale ça. Imagine a rabbit, a groundhog, or a squirrel even swallows this. So try to... I give the benefit of the doubt that it fell out of the pocket, but just be careful, you know. You need a big spring cleaning, you know. On doit faire un gros nettoyage quand même de les... C'est printemps, là, on est en mai, we're in May, you know, so it's on that spring, you know, so we gotta get it on the drill, man. Il faut qu'on fasse pour la drill, so we go down, we go up. We go up and we go down, we go up and we go down. Let's see what they got there. Hey, look at that. I like the head. That's cool. Une autre chanson. On tape les mains, ah ouais. Comme des lapins. Hop, ça glisse. On va dire, on est là. On va aller voir là-bas, c'est quoi? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Mes cousines qui sont là, mes cousines, my cousins there, cousins, my cuz. Alright. Oh, the sun's gonna shine. My pauvre kid, le soleil va sortir. Waterloo Warriors! Hey, regardez ça, Duplessis, wow, je pense pas que c'est Duplessis les années de la République, là. Duplessis, quand même avec les catholiques, là. Je pense pas que c'est Duplessis dans l'air avant la révolution tranquille, mais bon, I don't think it's before, but I like that Waterloo Warriors, I like that yellow. J'aime ça, l'emblème. I like the emblem. I like a little bit of dragon on it. I want dragon buses. Il y avait du dragon là-dessus, ça serait une bonne affaire. Avec là, comme ça, mais il est vraiment beau. I really like it. I like the gold and the black and the white. University of Waterloo, what's happening? Yeah, Rainbow Dragon sing some rock and roll for the University of Waterloo. Waterloo Warriors. And look at our French. It's really nice. Like it, like it. Oh yeah. I like the emblem. J'aime l'emblème. Ça fait un bon emblème de sa face comme. Hey, Waterloo, man. Welcome to Montreal. Bienvenue à Montréal. Bienvenue à Montréal. Welcome to Montreal, baby. Cha, cha, cha. Oh, there's the sun. Hey, yeah, the sun. Ça, c'est le soleil qui sort. Bon papa. Welcome to Montreal, Waterloo. Bienvenue, Lyon, Lyon. Bienvenue. Welcome. Welcome to Montreal. The sun's shining now. Yes. Victory for justice, love, life, liberty, liberty, life, justice for life, liberty, life, liberty. Just like liberty, life, liberty. Justice for life, liberty, love, man. Justice for life, liberty, love. For the sun shining on the throne. Rah! Rah, rah. Oh, yeah, feels good, feels good. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Ça fait du bien, ça sent bon. It feels good. Ça fait du bien, ça sent bon. It feels good. Feels good. Oh yeah, feels good, man. I gotta get it on the X. Gotta sleep a little bit. Get myself some of those. Oh yeah, that's what I like. The sun just started shining strongly, clearing the. For the victory, man. Towards the sun we go. Rock and roll, vers le soleil. In the sun we will find our passion. In the sun we will find our purpose. Hey, somebody gotta sing that rock and roll for the police, public security. We need that Dragon Army pour la sécurité publique. Eh ben, il faut bien sûr qu'on fasse pour la sécurité publique, pour la sécurité publique. Salutations aussi. Let's go, Dragon Army. Somebody gotta sing for them. Ain't nobody perfect. Personne n'est parfait. I got a limp dick, clit dick. A tiny rocket, but I got a big mouth. And I got some big rock and roll, Suresh. Androgyny aside. Question d'androgynété, puis que j'ai un petit clitopénis. J'ai un grand gueule. Puis un peu de savoir de la géopolitique, puis de la philosophie, puis de la comédie. Québécois et québécoises, oh la montagne, on va la traverser par le plus que le soleil que j'ai, mais il faut que j'aille me faire hydrater, non mais regardez, du beau soleil qui vient de sortir, fait que ça en fait plaisir d'avancer jusqu'à chez nous, rentrer jusqu'à chez nous, puis avec le beau soleil qui sort, puis on va y aller pour le soleil qui sort, puis que ça fasse bien sûr du soleil, puis de l'amour, puis gonna get it for the love, man, de l'amour, de l'amour. Here we are. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. Gotta get it for the loving. Gotta get it for the love. For the sun and for the moon. Hey, the moon gotta get it 50-50. La lune, il faut que ça soit 50-50. La lune puis le soleil. The new light. Let's get it for the vigor. Vigor in French is vigor. It ain't all about muscle and strength. Sometimes you gotta get it sweet and kisses and love and understanding. C'est pas tout de l'amour et de la compréhension, mais des fois ça prend de la sagesse. Des fois ça prend la compréhension puis l'amour. Sometimes it takes love and understanding, you know. Gotta base our things on only one thing, you know. Gotta have a multiplicity of things, you know. We gotta get that multiple factors. That also. Somebody said to me, BDSM switch. I said, yeah, quelqu'un qui a dit BDSM switch. say cuckold, yeah, I could do that if I'm ever married, if so inclined for XYZ reasons. Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Sure. Willing to do it. CUCK, I can be that. Only once a week though, not 7 days. One day out of the week, I'll make that compromise, marriage compromise we could do. CUCK. Je parlais, bien sûr, dans un mariage, comme la civilisation, c'est un compromis. Puis, c'est que, ouais, je pourrais le faire une fois semaine. C'est le cuckolding, qu'on appelle le cuckolding, dans le fond, le cuckolding. Puis, c'est bien sûr que je pourrais faire ce compromis un jour sur 7. Ben, la seule personne que je marierais, c'est une seule personne. Là, mais un mariage ouvert, pansexuel, androgène ouvert. Mais, comme je dis, une fois par semaine, si ça serait le désir, ben, ou que ça soit que ça faire le compromis du mariage, que ça soit un jour, semaine du cuckolding, je sais pas si ça en dit, ouais. One day out of the week could be a CUCK. Why not Rainbow Dragon? Make compromises. Pourquoi pas des compromis? Get dirty, get back clean. On salit puis on sera propre. Hey, c'est pas. On salit puis on sera propre. Who knows? I don't know. I do know even some rappers who, when I discussed with Secret Services during COVID, they say, don't worry, Dragon, we know your secrets, but we know that they also like to be put on a leash. C'est Dragon, ne vous en faites pas. Je sais bien sûr qu'eux autres aussi servent les rappeurs gangsters. Ils disent qu'il y a le service de police secrète des États-Unis, puis ils m'avaient dit une conversation avec des agents secrets, ils m'ont dit, ben, vous savez que aussi, un peu qui aiment ça, tu sais, japper comme des chiens, puis... Give it priority, man. Hello goes with the truck, so gotta get a little bit of priority to my fellow citizen driving that truck, and people who work here on the mountain salute, because this is like my second home. Ceux qui font le travail ici sur la montagne, mais c'est comme ma deuxième maison ici, fait que j'aime ça voir les choses qui se passent. Bien sûr, moi j'aimerais ça peinturer les bancs. I would love to paint the benches. I would love to paint the benches. I counted just here like 44, more than 44. Juste ici, j'ai compté plus que 44. Fait que j'aimerais ça faire un gros petit bénévolat. Puis ça, il faut que je le jette parce que c'est mouillé. Puis, oh, vous voyez, il faut que je fasse attention parce que je ne veux pas que je laisse un déchet pour un autre. Fait qu'il faut que je mette ça dans les vidanges. Puis ici, les vidanges, c'est les travailleurs publics here, the public workers. Got, of course, those public works right here. So they're gonna get rid of this. So saluting, thank you, public workers, Try to keep it clean. Les travailleurs publics, on essaie de garder ça propre. That's why we got public workers, see? Et voilà. We open, we close, and public workers are gonna pick it up. Thank you to those public workers who will pick it up, and they come on the regular, eh? They come on the regular. They come on the regular, meaning they come regular intervals. Ils viennent quand même souvent sur des intervalles quand même relatifs à hebdomadaires, j'y pense. Peut-être 2 fois par semaine, mais je pense que c'est hebdomadaire. Peut-être bimensuel. Maybe bi-monthly. See, I don't know it all, see. Là, je peux spéculer dans l'infini. Ça soit, I can speculate a lot, but maybe sometimes they come more than other times. But it's some things which, of course, we gotta appreciate, like that, see? And that, here you can do barbecue, eh? You have barbecue there. Ça va être barbecue qui est là près pour vous, hein? Ça, c'est bon. Il faut juste le nettoyer, puis il y a où mettre la cendre après. There's a place to put the ashes, right? Because the ashes doesn't go in the recycling. Parce que ça va pas dans le recyclage. Tu sais, fait qu'on essaie d'aménager, faire un bon aménagement, puis faire un bon travail ici. Mais anyways, these benches, I want to paint all these benches. They're like, oh, wow, the ones that are like this, les bancs ici, j'aimerais les peinturer, tu sais, d'une couleur, ça serait quelque chose d'apprécié. So here it is, the barbecue, you can barbecue here, it's on the barbecue, so you can put your barbecue, and that's fun, man. Faire le barbecue, so I was like, people when I see barbecue, so it's like my second home here, c'est comme ma deuxième maison ici, dans le fond, fait que je connais pas mal, tu sais. Ben, je découvre des choses à tous les jours, je peux dire, des choses nouvelles. I always discover new things. See, you can situate yourself with here. Vous pouvez vous situer ici, ici, ici. Vous pouvez vous situer, situer ici. Ici, ça dit quoi? Mais on est où? Where we are and where the cross is. There we need to build something else, quelque chose d'autre, ici. Mais voyez les trois, you can see the three peaks of the mountain system. So here we are in Mount Royal proper. This is, of course, Outremont, and this is Westmount. Ça, c'est Westmount, c'est la même montagne, au centre de la montagne. This is a small version of the mountain where we are. So this is where we are here, the flesh, the arrow, la flèche, the arrow, la flèche, the arrow. So here we are here where we were here, and this is the other. So the mountain has three peaks. La montagne, ça a trois sommets. There's three peaks on the mountain system. Le système de montagne, ça a trois sommets. Et ici sont ceux-là ici. Et voilà. Et Outremont is there, c'est là. The Westmount is there. Where we go. So that's where it is, man. So that's why it's important not to pollute, you know, when you come, pour ne pas polluer. Juste vider les choses, mettez-les dans les vidanges. And of course here, if you're interested in hockey, this is actually the skates. Skates from 11th of February 1971, du 11 février 1971. Quand il a marqué le 500e but, when he marked the 500 goals, see? From 1971, wow, c'est vieux quand même. 1971, le 11 février, 11th of February. L'histoire Jean Béliveau qui jouait, c'est quand même les patins. sont là. Si ça vous intéresse l'histoire de hockey, if you're interested by hockey, this is the Jean Béliveau, man. And that's the photo, ça c'est la photo. 1971, ça veut dire 50, 53, 54, 53 years about, 50 something like that, so here it is. So these are the skates. Ça c'est les patins. Les patins quand il a marqué son 5e but. 500e but when he marked the 500 goal. Wow. Can you imagine so many goals? That's a lot of goals. Salut. Ça, c'est beaucoup de buts. Ça, c'est les 500 buts. 500 buts qu'il a marqué. Wow. Dans la Ligue nationale, c'est quelque chose. It's something else. 500 goals. Wow, that's a lot. C'est beaucoup de buts quand même. Ça veut dire qu'il en a marqué quand même au moins 50 pendant 10 années. Là. 500, là. C'est beaucoup. Hein? 500 is a lot of goals, man. C'est beaucoup. Imagines-tu? 500, 500 goals? What? Bravo, Jean Béliveau. Les patins sont là. The skates are there, Jean Béliveau. So, yeah. Hydrate. Oh yeah. Oh. Woo. That was some good hydration. Ça, c'était une bonne hydratation. Oh yeah. Needed that. J'avais besoin de ça, une hydratation. That's what I needed. To hydrate. What time it is? Time for push-ups, for dancing, for squats and for lancing. On s'en va dans le soleil. Hein? Ici, on va pouvoir faire une danse. Mais on s'en va, ok, on peut. Parce que là, si je veux sortir par là, on va devoir y aller. If I want to go by that side, to go out, I don't know, to go out by there, and to go out by the X, by the X, by the X, by the X. We gotta go by that side, you know, so. Maybe.
Like that. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. What? Yeah, man. Like
Et voilà. On est rendu. It was raining, so there's nobody here in the park, but it's a good park, I guess. Il mouillait, fait que. Il y a personne dans le parc, mais c'est quand même un parc ici, puis faut y aller, mais là, il y a personne. Now there's nobody in the park, so. Because it rained, I mean, I understand it was gonna rain, and why bring the children, right? But now it's just super sunny, I gotta say. Now it's just super sunny, and you know, I'm gonna do some push-ups. I don't know. I feel like doing some push-ups and wrapping up with some push-ups. I don't know. Firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, and that's what we're gonna do. You know, with some push-ups. You know, so like des pompes. Oh, there's the raccoon. We're gonna go say hello. On va aller dire bonjour. Vous voyez le raton? On va pas le déranger, là, mais on va just. Oh, I turned back, see? Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da. Me a raccoon. The raccoon. The raccoon. Just want to explore that a bit. Juste explorer un peu. Ouais, regardez l'île. Ici, the island, the island, the island. Just want to take a look at the. Here, wow. It really. It really. What? Really is something else here, eh? Just gonna take a look at it. Just regarder un peu. Quite amazing how it. Hey?
Oh, it broke down. Comment ça a brisé? Ben, je pense que j'essaie de m'imaginer si c'était un coup de tonnerre. C'est ça que je suis en train de faire dans le fond. I'm trying to imagine if it was a lightning that hit it, but it looks like a lightning hit it straight. But I cannot say for sure because I don't know for sure. Je sais pas exactement, mais on dirait que c'est un coup de tonnerre, un coup de foudre. La foudre, le tonnerre. Lightning, thunder, lightning, thunder, lightning, thunder. It could be lightning, could be thunder. It's hard to tell, you know? I'm trying to look, but. Anyways, it's cracked open, c'est quand même ouvert, mais. Anyways, there we are, there we are. Rock and roll 24/7. Just curious, see we can actually take a little bit of workout here and work out with whatever, and we can actually go with a little bit of log what time it is. I don't want to be late, so I gotta check the time if it's time appropriate. Wow, you can see the island, you can see the island, you can see the island, and you can see the island right there. Vous pouvez voir l'île là-bas, puis ça fasse, you know, that's what it does, man. 2:45, 2:45, and I'm already close to 4 hours, 4 hours in my workout. So by the time I get back, it's gonna be clocked in more than 5. De temps que je retourne, ça va faire plus que 5. Et ici, je vais pouvoir m'entraîner avec ça. I can work out with these logs. Yeah, with 3 logs. Do something different a little bit. Let's see. Hey, yeah. You have a gymnasium here. You have the gymnasium here. So 4 hours already. 4 hours, 4 heures déjà. So just a little bit, not too much until 3 o'clock, like 15 minutes, you know. Do a little bit of X, a little bit of Y. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Get a little bit of twisted. We faire un peu d'entraînement, a little bit of a squats. Let's do some squats. Des accroupissements. Wrap it up a little bit, you know. Feel good. Get in a gymnasium in nature here, a gymnasium in nature. A gymnasium in nature here, un gymnase dans la nature ici. Un gymnase dans la nature, so we're gonna get it on X and Y and Z, so we're gonna get it on down here, man, you know, so that's it, man. See, get it for the logs. Get it on the logs. Move some of those and got another one. Let's do some hawks. Hawks des éperviers. Les mains dans les airs, on se lance, on launch. Tenez au hockey, east, west, north, south. On tourne de la tête de la gauche à droite, puis on vole. We fly, hawk, all the way to the satellites jusqu'au satellite. Let's go public-private partnership pour le partenariat public-privé. On vole dans les airs, we fly. FLY, we fly. All the way to the sky. We twist those hips. Left and right, just like this. Now we gotta put it on the drill. I got the backpack, so avec le sac à dos. L'entraînement physique, rock and roll, geopolitics, la géopolitique, le rock and roll, la comédie un peu. A little bit of comedy, rock and roll. Gotta get it on the spin and gotta get it on the go. So we feel good. We meditate. Everything we have in North America, from the daycares to the satellites. Salute Public-Private Partnership, on fait une méditation de qu'est-ce qu'on a dans l'Amérique du Nord, le Collectif de Civilisation Americain, bien sûr des fermes, puis des garderies, des bouchers, puis jusqu'aux satellites dans les airs, la haute technologie and everything. Takes a little bit of that old school also, ça prend un peu de la vieille école aussi. Fait que c'est ça qu'on fasse, puis we gotta get it on the fly, 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 on vole, là, puis on fasse de la gauche puis de la droite, and we gotta get it for the X and for the Y, and we gotta get it on that drill. Let's try this one. I want to try this one here. Je vais essayer celle-là ici. It's smaller, man. Oh yeah, this one's perfect. Whoopa, whoopa, balance, 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 balance. Let's go. This is about 44 pounds. Ça, c'est à peu près 44 plus. More than 44 pounds. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, we got a gymnasium right here, man. We got rocks and wood and sun. On a des roches, fait l'entraînement avec des roches, puis du bois. Yeah, that's all we got. So we're gonna start today. We're gonna do sessions, and we're gonna do a rocks and rocks and wood. Rocks and wood. We're gonna do rocks and wood. Rocks and wood. Yeah, we can play a little bit. Let's go for the rock and roll, for the rainbow, for the sun, and for the light, and for the love. Pour l'amour et pour le soleil, pour le pape, le soleil, pour le dragon en arc-en-ciel qui aime le rouge. Who likes that red, man? Twist your hips, left and right, just like this. On se tourne les hanches. De la gauche, de la droite, juste comme ça, par en arrière, par en avant. Let's go, left, right, la gauche, la droite, la gauche, la droite. Gotta give it left and right, man. Seven more minutes, 7 minutes 44 seconds, 7 minutes et 44 secondes. Puis on s'en va, mais I do want to take another one there. Oh, let's see this one here. Oh, this one is just like, this one is basically just to flip it, I guess, but it's not that heavy. This is like, I don't know if it's even 7 pounds, 3.5. Si c'est peut-être juste pour faire l'entraînement comme ça. It kind of looks like a sword. Building a new sword with a black and a white snake kissing and on the handle and rainbow on it, and want a rainbow sword with a handle, a black snake and a white on a golden and silvers made out of gold and silver. Je veux une nouvelle épée, une nouvelle épée, une nouvelle épée avec un serpent blanc, un serpent noir entrelacés qui se donnent comme des bisous. Puis bien sûr avec une épée, puis l'épée s'assoit en arc-en-ciel, puis en noir avec de l'or puis du gris. Du gris puis de l'eau, mais de l'argent, dans le fond, de l'argent. Ça, c'est la nouvelle épée que je veux. That's the new sword I want. We're building one here. Sword, S-W-O-R-D, Dragon Rainbow Sword. L'épée du dragon arc-en-ciel, là. For the kingdom, for the empire, pour l'empire, pour le royaume. Let's go on the X and on the Y. Let's go. Ah. Let's go, more squats. Gotta finish up good, you know? Les accroupissements. Whoopa! Squats. Squats, SQATS, des accroupissements. On descend puis on monte. Give me those hips. Les hanches. Give me those hips. Les hanches. Give me those hips. Yeah. Les éperviers launch. Those hawks. HAWK, les éperviers lancent. Vers l'espace, all the way to the satellites, let's go. Towards the sun, on the toes we go. Turn your hockets east, west, north, south. On tourne la tête de la gauche à droite, on lance. Let's go! Let's go in a tree log! Avec un gymnase de roche puis de bois ici. We got a rocks and we got a rocks. Rock and roll, but we got rocks and we got, of course, wood. Takes all four elements, plus the fifth, l'LOV, plus the fifth, the love. Ça prend tous les quatre éléments, plus la cinquième. Élément, l'amour, ça prend le cinquième, l'amour, la cinquième. L'amour takes the other one. LOV, man. Ça en prend. Ça en prend, it takes it. Takes it to do it. Ça prend pour le faire. What time? 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes and me, 3 minutes and me, 3 minutes. At 3 o'clock, we gotta head back à 3 heures, il faut qu'on soit de retour, mais it's already an overtime workout, eh? C'est, déjà, ça a été un entraînement, mais en temps supplémentaire, ça. Oh, push-ups, push-ups, push-ups. I gotta do push-ups. Yep, I gotta do push-ups, I gotta do push-ups, I gotta finish with tried and tested, old school with some new school, du testé, du vieux, puis la nouvelle. Les pompes. Let's go push us with a backpack. Hey, that's a blue jay, that's a blue jay, that's a blue jay. Very rare.
Spotted the blue jay. Comment qu'on appelle déjà un orignal bleu, un orignal bleu, un orignal bleu? I don't know if you see it, if it's visible there, but it's there, see? Il est là. We spotted and that's the signal. Wrap up and go! Oh no, it's not. It's a woodpecker. Black and white and red woodpecker. C'est un petit peu en noir et blanc et rouge. Look at that beauty. It has a black and white, so beautiful. Noir et blanc, look at that. Usually you got a red on it. It's a rouge. What a great way to finish. Chop, 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 wood, 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 chop, 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 wood, 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 wood. You know that I love you. That's why we don't pollute here. Wow. Black and white. Usually they have a red, and unless it's smaller, but sometimes they got the red head on it. So, what time is it? Time to head back to headquarters. Time to head back to headquarters. C'est le temps que je retourne, que ça fasse un bon amour, mais. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, we have a lot of, see the birds chirping. Hey, les oiseaux qui chantent. Ça fasse. What time is it now? Time to head back. HQ, because 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 heures, exactement. Recycle this, please, please, please. I don't mind y'all drinking, but it's got to be put in the recycling. Something else fucking vous buvez, mais faut que ça soit mis dans le recyclage aussi. S'il vous plaît, merci, thank you. See this one through here. Recycle, recycle, recycle. Don't leave it here because we got lots of trash. And the youth and who want to finance, I go up and down these stairs 300 times. Qui veut financer que je descends puis je monte ces escaliers 300 fois, 300 fois. I go up and down 300 times. Je descends puis je monte 300 fois, 300 fois. That's it, that's all. So I gotta recycle. And now I gotta head back to the headquarters. Grateful, thankful, rent's paid. Had a great workout. Sun is shining, so just gonna tie my hair a little bit. Juste m'attacher les cheveux un peu. Just gonna tie my hair before I depart. Maybe all over the place. The wild, now we gotta get back civilized. From the wild, we gotta get back civilized. From the wild, we gotta get back civilized. De sauvage, je dois me remettre. Civilisé de sauvage, je dois me remettre. Civilisé du sauvage, je dois me remettre. Civilisé. Hello. Nice photo. How you doing? I just finished my workout. Now it's your time. I'm going home, me. You guys have fun. Bye. What a cutie. Now it's their time to have fun. I said I finished. I'm a nice citizen. I think I saw a few years ago a citizen. I don't remember. Anyway, with my ass be weirdness, you know. Just gonna recycle this. So put this in the recycling, right? Because that's where it goes. And do a little bit of place for nature. And that's where it goes, man. So, gotta get it out from that and gotta put the glasses on, I guess. You feel we're gonna get more sun si on a plus de soleil? C'est bon.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, trying to head out west. 11 seconds on seconde. Seven seconds left, 7 secondes. Got something in my eye, man. Quelque chose dans mon œil, man. Maybe. Check. Anyways, grateful, thankful, rent, spade, electricity bill, spade. Got food and coffee. Cross. Yeah. From here to my place is about an hour. It's Discretion is not calling now, so I got some drills to do, you know. So grateful, thankful, rent, paid, electricity bills paid, and victory, 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 success. 93 code.